There's always more Rocket League to watch, and tonight it's the Astronauts Rocket League 3v3 tournament powered by Beyond Entertainment and Astro Gaming. My name's Tapash. Joining me tonight is Ninja Rider. We are fresh of RLCS, and what an exciting event that was. It pretty much blew everyone's expectations out of the water, except those of EU, because obviously we expected that EU would win it. Anyway, now we are back to NA. Yesterday we saw the top of the crop competing in the in Newark, in Jersey, in the RLCS in the Prudential Center. Tonight we'll be online on the Rocket League servers, looking at the generation that is to come, at the bubble teams, at the elite of the fleet, who are steadily moving towards those top spots.
I've watched so much Rocket League this weekend. I still have Kenny Loggins stuck in my head. It's fantastic, though, honestly. Fantastic weekend of Rocket League, and I can't think of a better cap to all of that by taking a look inside the community at one of the best 3v3s out there still.
Yeah.
This turn has managed to survive some hectic times, and still, to this day, it brings some of the best Rocket League that we've ever seen from the community, and I can't wait to get this started. This is when you know it's going to be a good week, when Beyond is on Twitch.
Absolutely.
Clip
you
it.
Can't miss it. This is absolutely the place to be if you want to stay up to date to NA bubble teams. And occasionally we've seen EU player here as well, but that is a rare sight. And sometimes we see the big dogs enter the play den as well, but they will be.
I mean, what?
They will be quite exhausted after this weekend, because man, oh man, it was exhilarating. It was exhilarating as a viewer alone. Can't imagine how it was as someone who was actually in the crowd or on the stage playing. But yeah, that's behind us. Let's take a look at what is in front of us. This is a single elimination bracket. You lose one series, you are out. Both the semifinal and the grand final will be best of 7. And once you reach the grand final, you will have a chance at a share of our sweet prize pool tonight.
$2,000 on the line, as is customary here at Beyond. So if you're new, first of all, where you've been. Second of all, yes, the grand final is the money round. $1,500 goes to the winner, and the consolation prize of $500 is still up for grabs. So basically, you just need to get through this round, and you'll have something in your pocket. Easily a tank of gas here in California.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Now, the history of the 3v3 tournament at Beyond has been seasoned. It has been wild. It is the one circuit where we have not seen any repeat champions until the last one, where the Peeps managed to take it twice in a row. But it's certainly a far cry from the domination that Plot Twist is showing in the 2v2 and that First Killer is showing in the 1v1. The 3v3 tournament has always been by far the most competitive one, and yet again, this week we are guaranteed to have a new champion, because the Peeps are not in the top 4. Instead, the teams that are playing tonight are Goal Patrol, Dapper Shadow, and Ty, Vanguard, Ajax, Atomic, and Pirates, who will be facing off in the first semifinal of the night. And then for the second one, it's going to be OK, First Killer, Drippy, and Explosive Gyro versus Nefarious, Buddy, Democat, and Thunder. So those are names right there. You will know them. Many of them have played at the highest level before. All of them will be looking to get there. All of them will be looking to establish themselves at as some of the best players in North America. Oh, yeah. And obviously, I think we'll be seeing many of them in future RLCS stages.
And I mean, Drippy, obviously we've seen him in RLCS, but yeah.
Yeah, I've said.
Of course. That said, Explosive Gyro and First Killer looking to add to their winning totals. Explosive Gyro has 2 championships in the 3v3, and First Killer has 2 championships in the 1v1s. So First Killer trying to break out and get above, or at least tie up to the 3rd, 4th, and 5th place people on the leaderboard. I don't know. I mean, let's see. He has been practicing a lot in his 3v3s. I'm excited to see how he does.
Yep, I think we are all excited to see how he does. So, yeah, let's specifically look at the first semifinal that we are going to have on board today. Goal Patrol versus Vanguard, as I said, Dapper, Shadow, and Ty, not Tyler, versus Ajax, Atomic, and Pirates. Now, RLCS is over. There's going to be players looking for a roster. There's going to be players looking for a full squad to play together, a solid squad to play together. And this is the time where the bubble scene really starts stirring up. Now, we've got Valencia right around the corner, and that's giving us a little bit of roster stability because obviously you want to have a roster locked in for that event. But I think after Valencia, all bets will be off.
Yeah, no, we don't know. We have no idea what's going to happen. It's going to be, everybody calls it roster shuffle. We're going to call it roster scramble.
Yeah.
That said, these two teams, though, Ajax Atomic and Pirates versus Dapper, Shadow, and Ty Not Tyler, both of those squads are fantastic. Like that is a great makeup. You get Ajax Atomic and Pirates. They've played together before. They've shown that they're definitely up for it. Gonna have to practice a little bit more together, I think. This tournament will definitely help them out, especially because they're going up against Dapper. Tons of experience in the RLCS. Shadow, Ty Not Tyler also has a high level experience. Dapper and Ty Not Tyler, that's a great combination. Not quite sure how Shadow's going to fit in there, but all three of those players, very good players in their own rights, at least. I'm curious to see how they'll do. It is going to require a certain amount of tenacity, I think, to go up against Vanguard. I think tenacity is the word I'm looking for. Gonna have to be aggressive, cautiously aggressive. But Vanguard can pull a lot of the hat. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, I mean, all of these players. On Goal Patrol, we have seasoned players who have played in the RLCS before, who have played in Rival Series before, Ty Not Tyler. And then there's Shadow. And I agree with you. That is definitely the odd one out in that squad, so to speak. Is not quite as experienced as his peers, but is still a fantastic player of his own. He has been in the Rival Series as well. Obviously, in the last season, didn't quite do as well as Ty did. I think he finished one rank beneath him. I don't have it in my head right now.
Something around those lines, yeah.
Yeah, but generally, it wasn't the best of showings. But yeah, now we're seeing them play together, formerly on opposing teams, and now on the same one. This might be a preview for what is to come in the NA bubble scene. So quick before we hop into the match, because the players are ready to go. Who's going to take it? Goal Patrol or Vanguard?
I might have to take Vanguard on this one.
Okay.
Simply because they have more experience playing together. That said, we don't know how much Goal Patrol has played together. Although if you like fantastic names, Goal Patrol is definitely one of them, so you might be rooting for them. I still got to take my boys in Vanguard, though. All
right, well, we are on our way. It's the first semifinal of the night. Best of 7 to be played here tonight to find out who's going to move on to the Grand and play for the money. Good pass indeed. Another one attempted onto Pirates. That just narrowly missed the mark. Dapper trying to get it past the midfield line. Shadow is up for it. Sends it to Orange. It's in the corner now. Atomic off the sidewall. Dapper trying to run after that ball, but Pirates will get the clear. Atomic will follow it up. Off the backboard. Intercepted by Ty. Atomic jumping past it. Shot from Pirates just narrowly missing. Hits the frame. Ajax will have a 50 against Shadow right in front of the net. And here comes Pirates looking to dribble the ball. A demo onto Ty from Pirates, but the ball was not put on target. That was a huge chance right there. Vanguard taking initiative, but not scoring so far. A shot coming out from Ajax. Ty will be saving that, but everyone, I think, went up for it. Vanguard are still ramping up their aggression here. And it's going to take a liberation strike from Goal Patrol to finally break out of their own half and weather this storm.
Yeah, they're going to have to get off the Goal Patrol in order to start up some sort of offense. A little bit of a miscommunique there.
Oh, another pass forward to Pirates, and that's going to find the net right there.
Yeah.
Goal Patrol, they did come out, but looks like they came out a little too far.
So Dapper was trying to get on his way back. He ended up in the corner trying to grab some boost. Pirates is also there. Pirates took the liberty to body check him like crazy. Obviously taking notes from RLCS and get the physical play going in a hockey arena, literally. And that didn't allow Dapper to rotate back around. I think that's mostly where the play fell apart. And of course, Vanguard to take advantage. Dapper right to Shadow went in. Atomic just couldn't do anything about it at the goal line.
And Dapper did such a good job, took possession in his own half, took it all the way through the sidelines. A cheeky little touch to get it past Pirates, who was a little too forward for that defense. And then he sees that Shadow is free, doesn't go for the crazy angle himself, just goes for the safe option. Make the pass happen, tie the game up. You don't want to try anything fancy early on. And that will get them on the board here. 1-1 is the scoreline. Who will score next? Here comes Ty. Beautiful serve from Dapper into the midfield, and Ty puts it dead center.
Ty was all the way on the other side of the pitch and just saw what was going on. I think Shadow must have communicated that didn't have a whole lot of boost, couldn't do much with it. And so Ty just racing forward. He went full tilt right at that ball and managed to find the angle. It was actually a beautiful shot.
Yeah, beautiful stuff indeed from Goal Patrol. It was a good shot, but a good serve as well. And this is the kind of play that we love to see here in the Astronauts Rocket League 3v3 circuit. 2-1 now with 2 minutes having been played. Ty on the side wall, tries for the infield pass. No one actually there to pick up on it. Atomic off to Pirates. Plays it into the corner. Dapper sends it back over the midfield line. Atomic trying to go for a pinch on the backboard. See Shadow shadowing the ball, now jumping in there, gets it off the backboard. Ty coming in from the midfield. Pirates gets the save. Shadow with another serve into the midfield. Dapper, that one's going to get blocked by Ajax, but Shadow is on the ball.
Oh
Plays
my
it straight
God,
onto Tyler, and that was so wonderfully set up by Shadow.
I love this. Shadow, instead of going for the actual shot after Dapper got blocked out, he ends up just passing it towards center. The communication between these three is absolutely fantastic. They're definitely proving us wrong as far as team chemistry goes. Vanguard kind of haven't shown up yet. Granted, it is a 7-game series.
Well, they certainly showed up in the first minute or so, where they put Goal Patrol under so much pressure, but Goal Patrol actually managed to weather that storm, as we were saying. And now they've got a storm of their own brewing. Shadow in the corner. Ty is going to try to send that past midfield, but Atomic blocks it. Pirates applying some pressure onto Dapper. A little bit too late on the buzzer, though. Ajax is up in the air. Will block it in the midfield. Tries to get a pass onto Pirates. Atomic now coming in as well. It's a double commit. No one's back home. Ty only has to get a touch on the ball, but it rolls up the ram, but that's not an easy angle to score from. So Atomic trying to demo or bump Ty. Ultimately, it was an opportunity for Goal Patrol, but the ball rolling up the ram kind of ruined it for them. Oh, that's a touch coming in from Atomic. Shadow clears that back out towards the side wall. Ty with a 50 in the midfield is won by him, but straight onto Ajax in the corner. Shadow. Infield pass, no one there. Played a little too far forward. Atomic will get the clear. Ty with the block in the midfield. Atomic puts it off of the ceiling. Dapper looking for a pass, but Ty had already went for the side boost. His tanks were all empty. It's a tense match right now. Goal Patrol obviously with the advantage of having 2 goals, so they don't have too much to worry about right now. They can focus on their game.
Yeah, but they got to make sure they don't double commit or do anything crazy like that. Luckily, Shadow was on the way back for that. Atomic, a huge clear. Vanguard starting to kind of get their bearings again. You mentioned the massive siege. Ajax goes for the shot right at Tyler, though. Needed to find the other corner, but it was a bit of a panic shot as he found the opportunity.
Yeah, the clear was missed, and anywhere but where he shot would have resulted in a goal, but ultimately he pretty much served that ball straight on top of Ty. That's a beautiful pass onto Pirates. Shadow will get the save, but Ajax looking to keep the play alive, kills the ball in front of the net. Atomic actually diving past it, but there's no third player to actually make the shot. After Atomic went for the disruption, bounces off of the ceiling. Ajax looking for a bump onto Dapper, but yet again the initiative is not taken by Vanguard. Ball harmlessly bounces back down, carried into the corner. Now Atomic off of the side wall, gets it off of the backboard. There's an attempt by Ajax, but he flies past the ball. Another one, and that touch isn't made as well. The ball goes past the midfield line. Vanguard had so many chances there, but they just didn't take them.
I think Vanguard are trying to draw out the goalie, which, I mean, that's an okay strategy. Of course, they might have just admitted a loss as Dapper comes in from basically nowhere. I was not expecting that one to even go near this net right here because Pirates rotating around. Atomic was right there. You'd never expect to miss from him. And then Pirates obviously not expecting that at all. It was completely dead stopped at the goal line. Tried to accelerate at that ball to send it away, and it just did not work out.
4-1 now, and that sequence right there is pretty much indicative of what the issue for Vanguard was in this first game of the series. We've seen Vanguard in so many situations where they had dangerous positions in front of the net, where they had the ball in front of an almost open net, and they either didn't go for the shot, or they missed going for the shot, or they just kind of played it straight onto the one spot where they shouldn't play it at. And Goal Patrol just took the opportunities that they got. Vanguard didn't. That's the entire story. It's not like Vanguard didn't get any opportunities.
You know what though? I mean, Vanguard have done this in the past where they kind of play through the first game, sort of feel it out, and then they just go ham in the second game. So I think Goal Patrol is going to have to kind of be careful from here on out, at least for this game, and maybe do a little bit of feeling out of their own. Obviously, don't let the game get too far away from them. But if Vanguard turn up the heat just a little bit, this will be a much, much closer game. I still think it could go either way, at least game-wise. And I still think Vanguard has a lot more in the tank. We'll see here in the next 5 minutes.
Absolutely. Game 2 of this series is underway. Ty immediately trying to go for a dribble. Bumps the goalie into the net. Ajax has recovered at this point. Shadow very low on boost. Relies on his flip reset to a little extra distance on that ball. Every inch helps. Long range clear straight on target. Ty picked the right moment to rotate back. Now Atomic infield pass onto Ajax. That's immediately snuffed out by Dapper. Pirates has an open lane, but he fires it against the frame. Vanguard yet again, early chance not taken advantage of. Atomic trying to set a play up off the backboard. It's kept in the final third. Ultimately cleared does come out from Goal Patrol, and they immediately followed up as well. Dapper and Shadow both going after the ball. Ty staying back, and here that's a perfect clear off of the backboard. Forces Vanguard back into their own half straight away. Atomic is up for it. And Goal Patrol let the ball come at them, looking for a clear to follow up. It's worked so beautifully for them so far.
It's worked pretty well for him, but these long clears, we're not seeing a whole lot of ball control. We just did right there.
Well, that's a ball for Shadow. Couldn't put it on target. Pirates gets his hands on it. Ty getting it past Atomic on the side wall. Ajax coming in as the third man. They stay in ball control for the time being. Snapper tries to get it past Ajax. It's a midfield scuffle right now for both teams. No goals have been scored yet. We haven't seen any dangerous situations for either team either. It's been a quiet start to game 2 in this match.
We've seen a couple, but nothing that would produce a whole lot of fruit. That said, again, it feels like oh, Dapper right here on Atomic. Oh, I do not want to be in that 1v1.
Oh, good attempt, but Atomic played that perfectly.
He did. Dapper's considered a once god. Maybe not so much anymore because of college and stuff, but Shadow trying to line something up here.
Oh! That's exactly what they need to do. Set up a shot and immediately go for it. They had planned that play from the get-go. Shadow waiting, biding his time in the midfield, using the flip off of the wall to scoop the ball, get it to Dapper a little faster, and throw off the last defender. Beautiful play from Goal Patrol.
That was fantastic the way Shadow was able to wrap himself around the ball like that, set it up for the shot and right in. Just under 3 minutes left, though. Plenty of time for Vanguard to square themselves away. Haven't really seen them make too much of a misstep either, so that's good to see.
Oh, pass on to Atomic. He misses the final touch on that. Could have been a promising situation. They had a lot of speed on that play. Dapper goes up for it. Very low on boost on that play. Pirates actually blew through his entire tank going to that ball. It was an important intercept indeed. Atomic now with a long-range clear. Ty in the corner, looking to carry it past Atomic. Block does come out, and Pirates keeps it in the final third. See Goal Patrol trying to clear the ball out of their own half. Vanguard are doing a good job at establishing a mobile patrol right now. A mobile Goal Patrol, out Goal Patrolling Goal Patrol. Save coming out from Ajax.
I'm trying to figure out what Vanguard is thinking right now, because they seem to find themselves grouped up quite a bit. They're just not executing these plays well. Although this one, bread and butter for Atomic. This is beautifully played here.
Certainly is. Shadow bit off a little more than he could chew with that clear.
Yeah.
And that was very well read by Ajax to set up a beautiful shot off the backboard for Atomic. Goal Patrol have been a little too comfortable with their clears all game long, but they had every right to, because Vanguard pretty much let them handle the ball in whatever way they pleased. For Vanguard to finally intercept and say, no, we're not just going to hand the midfield to you, is an important step, I feel.
Completely.
Here comes Ty. Will he get the double? No, won't quite. Ajax had the backboard covered.
And Vanguard, this is the push. It's that transition onto offense where they seem to have a little bit of an issue transitioning across the midfield. They're not connecting on their passes too well, although that was a fantastic read from Atomic.
Yet again.
Man, it's just all that game experience. I guess Atomic didn't stop the grind during RLCS because he's just reading just about every touch from everyone. He's now had a shot like that on, yeah, I think everyone on the Gold Patrol squad in this series. And the series is only short-lived, but Vanguard find themselves in the lead.
Yep, they do, and there's only 80 seconds left on the clock, so they're sitting pretty right now as far as that goes.
Yes.
But, of course, it's only a 1-goal lead as well, so it is plenty of time for Gold Patrol to try and mount an equalizer. Time is ticking away. Vanguard pushing forward. Off in the corner, Shadow plays it to the midfield. Dapper will nix the ceiling. Pirates will have an easy time clearing that away. Final minute is on the board. Ty doesn't quite get the ball under control.
Oh!
What a beautiful demo onto Shadow, but Ty, he recovered in time, got into the net and got the save. Beautiful offense and beautiful defense. What a play.
You mentioned not quite RLCS. That right there is RLCS level style of play. That's exactly what we want to see from both of these squads and see if they can crank it up a notch in the last 30 seconds.
Well, Vanguard are going to have to be careful here because Gold Patrol are setting up a siege in the final third right now. 30 seconds are remaining. Ty is up for it. Makes it come off the backboard. Atomic has it covered, puts it to the other side wall, but he has no boost whatsoever. That is an important clear coming out from Vanguard because it allows them to fill up their boost tanks. And now Gold Patrol will have to start one last offense, mount one last assault. Right now it's Vanguard on the ball. They're looking to waste as much time as possible. 5 seconds remaining. Shot on target from Ajax. That's a long-range clear, but low boost tanks on Gold Patrol, and they have no chance at actually following up and getting to that ball in time. So Vanguard will win Game 2 and tie the series right back up.
And Vanguard just started applying that pressure that we saw in Game 1, towards the beginning of Game 1. At the end of that game, pretty much the whole second half was all Vanguard. They had great possession. They started to connect on the passes. They were reading the ball so well. Gold Patrol were basically reacting, and that's it. If Gold Patrol starts to just react in that fashion right there, against a team like Vanguard, they're going to have a really hard time getting those clears. Pass clears are something I think they're going to need to work on. We haven't seen too much of that. We saw them try it. Vanguard did cut it off, but they kind of telegraphed it as well. So I think Gold Patrol, they're going to have to step it up, bring out the speed, start predicting what Vanguard is going to do. Otherwise, Vanguard will start to steamroll them.
True words, and we are starting to see the beginnings of this. In Game 2 already, they look much more comfortable, but Shadow will open this game up 6 seconds in with a goal for Gold Patrol.
Dapper here, a nice pickup off of the kickoff. A fake on Atomic. That just kills it and teed it up for Shadow. Pirates couldn't see him coming based off the camera angle there, because I think Pirates really should have just gone for it at that point.
Well, as it stands, it's an early start for Gold Patrol, and Vanguard will be looking to make good on that deficit as soon as possible. Don't want to let Gold Patrol build a lead on you. It was only a 1-goal lead that carried them through the second game of the series. Ty in the midfield, aerial dribble blocked. Vanguard beats them to the ball, puts it into the blue half of the field. Shadow trying through the midfield, gets it past the Pirates. Ajax actually bumped out of the way by Atomic. Atomic is in the corner right now. We'll leave the ball for Pirates to come out. A little bit of indecision from Vanguard there on that defense in the corner. I'm going to have to watch out not to let this problem fester into something really big. But so far...
Oh, wait a minute.
It's not looking too bad.
Wait a minute.
Pass on to Dapper, gets the touch, puts it towards the box. Atomic early on the intercept. He is all out of boost, has the side boost taken away from him by Ty. Means Ajax will have to jump in for him. Atomic moving deep into the blue half of the field, looking to pick up some boost there. Ultimately, the clear does come out, and Shadow onto Dapper. What a shot from a crazy angle.
All right, so Dapper was kind of up there simply because of the result of the last play. And beautifully done by Shadow for recognizing that Dapper was up there. Got to take advantage of those opportunities. And Dapper, so mechanically good. He sees that and makes it look simple. That was actually a really tough shot to lay over like that.
That was a thing of beauty indeed, and it does take Gold Patrol further into the lead, but Ajax, man, oh man, you couldn't fit a piece of paper between the ball and the frame.
This is risky too because Pirates was up in the play, just stealing boosts and trying to hassle people, but that was a beautiful clear from Atomic, and Ajax read it beautifully. Oh boy, I think these guys are starting to ramp it up.
Placement on the shot, just gorgeous. Gorgeous all the way around. There's a demo onto Pirates, and the net doesn't get the second touch off of the backboard. Shadow, he was trying so hard. Now he's going to have to defend against this advance. Ajax blocks it, and there comes Pirates, but Ty gets up in time, gets the save. Shadow can't quite clear it away from the frame. Ty off of the backboard, tries to get a pinch. There's a touch, and this is going to come off of the post. Pirates puts it away. What an assault for Vanguard.
What an assault indeed. I mean, Ajax, a great reaction time to jump up and pop that one sideways, and then Atomic, another great reaction. He did that at supersonic.
What a mess in front of that blue goal, but it does allow Vanguard to get the scores to 2 apiece.
Guess that's what happened.
Time, pass on to Dapper, off of the backboard. Shadow goes up for it, looking for the downwards angle. That's blocked by Pirates. Beautiful early block, but Dapper! Oh my goodness! He just completely outplays them!
I could have sworn that this would have been blocked out by Ajax right there, and there was I think Shadow was involved in that as well.
They blocked it. He blocked it. He pushed it against Shadow, and that allowed them to keep the ball out of reach.
That's beautiful.
That was just amazing. That was crazy stuff.
I gotta wonder though if, like, in their headsets they're just saying, you know, we'll take that.
I mean, if that was I doubt it was intentional, but if it was, then holy moly cannoli.
Ooh, with the
3-2.
Wow.
1 goal lead for Goal Patrol, but this series is picking up here in Game 3. Pirates on the sidewall. Ty gets it past the midfield line. No follow-ups from Goal Patrol. The clear is going to come out. Ty's on the backboard, trying to control the ball. Atomic throws himself into the fray, sets something up for Ajax. He doesn't quite find the target, slightly short. And the follow-up is played into the corner. Shadow with plenty of boost to go with. Loses the ball in the midfield. Atomic versus Ty. Ty gets it through. It's not quite on target. Few inches wide on the angle. Here comes Dapper, another attempt. That gets double commit saved by Ajax and Atomic. Shadow doesn't quite wrap around the ball in time to make use of the gap that double commit left, but Vanguard are now starting an assault, and that's a double tap goal from Atomic.
Atomic bringing out the Atomic Jam right here. Just barely enough angle to pop that one down. So hard to read there for Tyler and Dapper. We're tied at 3, everyone. 2 minutes to go. It's anybody's Game 3.
Oh yeah, certainly is. Definitely the most competitive and exciting game in this series so far. And we still have at the very least, 2 more games to go after this one. So Ajax off the backboard. Tries to play it in a controlled way. Dapper getting in between that, gets the pinch off into the midfield. Shadow coming in from behind, clear comes out. In the midfield right now, Dapper trying to go for the dribble, picks up the side boost. Ty with 1 touch, tries to get the pinch off of the ground, doesn't quite get that touch he was looking for. Atomic past Dapper. Past Shadow now as well. Ty is the last hurdle he has to take, tries to set it up here. It's a little high. Pirates going for the pinch in the corner, tries to keep the ball in the midfield in the dangerous zone. Shot on target coming out, Ty just barely gets a touch on it. Vanguard are looking for their opportunity here. Now Dapper. It's Dapper off the side wall. Angle is shut off by Ajax. Shadow. He's looking for Tyler here, but Ajax doing a good job at intercepting that pass before it has a chance to find its intended recipient. 50 seconds remaining. We're still tied at 3.
Both teams fairly evenly squared up now. Everybody's firing on all cylinders. Shadow towards the net. Atomic with a flying save. Beautiful.
Crazy stuff. Shot out of nowhere, save out of nowhere. This is exactly what we want to see in the last minute of Rocket League, and now we're within the last 30 seconds. Tie. All members from Goal Patrol moving back towards their own half. Dapper wrapping around, still manages to get a touch on the ball as Atomic launched one off on target. Pirates finally finds the opening and gets the goal for Vanguard. 1 goal lead with 16 on the clock.
Shadow's looking for boost right here, but that right there should not have been going for it. He had no idea Pirates was there. Spatial awareness, so important in Rocket League. You have to know where your opponents are and how to space yourself accordingly. Shadow, sorry man, you made a mistake on that one.
Now it's 10 seconds. We've seen Goal Patrol try this before. They've put plenty of pressure on. Look at Dapper trying to play it patiently. Shadow! Oh, there it is and Dapper, he drew out the defender, so Shadow had basically open gates.
I love this. Ajax right here thought he had a chance to go for this, and Shadow just launches at it to make up for the one he missed at the other end. Beautifully done. 5 seconds left. 4-4. I have a feeling we're going to be seeing overtime.
Japper with a piece of cheese in the mousetrap. It's not over yet. Now it is. Overtime in game number 3. We're tied at 4. One goal to win it.
Now the question is, what type of cheese was it?
No, that's not the question, Ninja.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
not
no,
the
you're right.
question.
Who's going to win this
The question
game?
is, who's going to win
Pirates,
this game? That's
Pirates
the question
shot.
we should be answering right now, and there comes Pirates looking for a quick answer, but Japper makes us wonder for just a tad bit longer. Ty on the side wall. Completely out of boost, running on pads. Atomic will beat him to this ball any day of the week. Clears it all the way over back to blue. Dapper now on the side wall. Pirate coming in for the 50. Ty will pick up on it. Gets it off of the backboard. Ajax will have to cover this. Plays it off into the corner. Important touch for Vanguard in this situation as we're nearing the first minute of overtime play.
Nice shot here. And I think that touch there, the defensive touch there by Ajax, I'm sorry, that was Atomic to knock it into his own corner as he goes for another touch here. It may not have been, it looked like it was all that important, but it broke up the play, and that's exactly what needed to happen in front of his own net.
Demolition onto Ajax on the sidelines. Won't have too many consequences. Shadow playing a little bit too slow for that. Dapper off in the corner. Ajax looking to cover it. Ty gets the rebound he was looking for. Atomic's flying after the ball. Pirates pass on to the Ajax, but Shadow blocks it. Here comes Atomic looking for another chance. Comes off the post. Follow-up from Ajax. That will find the crossbar. 2 quick chances for Vanguard, and both coming off the woodwork here. And now it's the opportunity for Goal Patrol to respond. Pirates gets the save. Was pretty much played dead center. No biggie saving that one. No Ajax. Attempt onto Atomic. That would have been a setup right there. But they're just going to get a cross-field goal as Vanguard committed everyone to that play, and we're not able to pull it through.
Cheeky here from Vanguard. Pirates popping it up there for Atomic. Ajax was nowhere near on the way back. He was just could not get there in time. Super cheeky. They were going for a super fast play. They were going to go 1-2-1 on that. We've seen them do it before. It would have been insane if they nailed it. But it's an if they nailed it type thing. It was risky, very risky when all 3 players from Goal Patrol were right there. And sure enough, Goal Patrol realized what was going on. They got the clearance they needed, rolled it towards the net. That's all they needed to do, and it was beautifully done there at the end. It may have seemed anticlimactic, but when you got to win, do it the easiest way you can. Credit to Goal Patrol.
Yep, absolutely. I mean, you've mentioned that move being risky, and I think it was about as risky as it possibly get because it failed and then they got scored on. So maybe not the kind of move you want to go for in overtime, but then again, they still have safety nets below them. This is still early in this best of 7. Neither team has a match point situation just yet. Goal Patrol will once they win game 4. But as it stands, Vanguard still has a little bit of leeway to try things out. And most importantly, to read Goal Patrol. They weren't quite able to do it in the way that especially Atomic was in the previous game. Goal Patrol have switched up their play just a little bit, have added a little bit more pace on it, and they've stopped just relying mainly on long-range clears that are then followed up pretty competently. Now they're doing some combinatory play in the midfield especially and contesting the space in the midfield. And Vanguard still took them to overtime, so it wasn't that huge of an adjustment to make, and they made it very quickly. This is still anyone's series.
I have to agree with you. I mean, the speed at which these guys can play is phenomenal. But they have
Atomic! Yep. Pirates.
Atomic play
Not
from Atomic. Right here. Pirates just booming it. I mean, Atomic happened to be up there, and he just caught the eye for it. I don't even know if he was really trying to make it per se. I thought that was going to be saved out. But clearly it took Goal Patrol by surprise. And that fact took us all by surprise when the ball goes in for Vanguard. They take the early lead.
It was a solid clear from Pirates off the clear from Ty. So that's kind of going back to what worked for them in game number 2. just intercepting those clears. And Goal Patrol gonna have to start being a little more creative on that one. It's an early goal, but look at that long-range clear. Beautiful setup there as well. Ty just barely stopped from getting a touch on the ball. Shadow off of the backboard, no boost on him or Ty right now. As they are running on fumes on this offense, Pirates is taken out of the goal, and that is gonna open up the door for Shadow. Beautiful demo.
Someone shine a light on this Shadow, because good Lord, what a shot. Rotates the car around, gets a little bit of a corner on it, and just slams it home. We're tied at 1. Less than a minute already gone in this one. And this might be the most even game that we've seen so far, based off of just what little bit we've seen. And that's saying a lot.
Well, I mean, it's only 1 minute into this game number 4, and game number 3 was pretty darn close already, so it is to be expected that the level of play will remain as it has been. As it stands, Snake Eyes on the board. We have a scuffle in the midfield. Ty pushes it forward, tries to follow it up. Ajax is looking to get bumped here, but wisely just dodged out of the way in just the right moment. Comes off of the ceiling. Shadow winning the 50, gets it off the corner. Rebound is not prevented by Atomic. Shot on target is a little weak from Shadow, so Pirates has plenty of time to adjust himself for that. Ty with the infield pass. Shadow now on the other half of the pitch. Going to try to carry it into the midfield. Ty a little too reluctant to actually join in on that play, despite Shadow actually doing a good job in getting that ball into a dangerous spot. Off of the ceiling. Oh, an attempt from Shadow, and that is slightly short. There was definitely potential in that shot.
Yeah, but
they're pushing Vanguard into their own half right now.
Goal Patrol found themselves all grouped up, kind of like what Vanguard was doing earlier in the series, I should say. So they're gonna have to spread out just a little bit. Goal Patrol need to be wary of where each other are at. Maybe the communication just got a little bit more comfortable as Atomic gets this massive clear.
Ty now in the midfield, looking to keep possession here. There's very limited boots to work with. Ultimately, he does end up losing the ball to Ajax. Plays a beautiful pass onto Pirates. Safe coming out from Dapper. Ajax still in the corner. Has this flip from the ceiling. Uses it to carry it into the midfield. Important touch by Ty to prevent this pass from finding its recipient. And oh my goodness, Ty gets a dunk at a crazy angle, puts it away.
Right here coming out of the corner. Dapper is there just kind of making Atomic think. And Atomic didn't have much of a play there. I think he was trying to go up with that ball. Tough to know exactly, but Tyler just followed it up. And sometimes that's all you need to do, guys. Just follow up on your shot. You'll get a decent one in. If Tyler goes for another one, it's not going to work this time.
Left it for Dapper, but it comes off of the ceiling after Atomic got the clear. Now Ajax versus Ty in the air. It's going to come off the backboard yet again. Dapper looking for a clear, but Atomic will have this ball's number. As it comes off the ceiling, Atomic with no boost to fly after it. Bounces harmlessly, and Shadow comes in to take it away. Now Atomic running after the ball. Ajax, that was important that he gets that touch. He was the only one back after that play. Pass on to Atomic. It goes high, comes off the backboard. Ty's got it covered. Important touch from him. As Atomic blocks it in the midfield. There's the shot coming in from Ajax. And we are tied at 2.
Vanguard just a touch grouped up here, only because Ajax saw a shot coming. Don't know why Pirates was there. I think he was just on his way out. It wasn't quite paying attention, maybe. Hard to tell exactly, because it looked really confusing, and maybe that was the point. Let's confuse Goal Patrol. Where's that ball going to go? And there's 2 in front of him. Shadow was dead stopped. He couldn't do much with it, but he's going to try to retribute himself here. It's not going to work. Pirates gets the clear, and Ajax on the team clear.
Vanguard looking to make it through the sidelines here as the clear comes out. Ty will pick up on it, gets a solid touch towards the midfield, but Atomic takes the ball off of him, and now Pirates, he has a shot on target. Shadow can't quite recover in time, and that's the 1-goal lead to Vanguard.
All right, so Shadow realizing he doesn't have a play here, goes for a bump on Atomic, flips. Atomic bumps him again. That threw him up in the air just a little bit. He couldn't recover in time. That was a tough one because he was low on boost as well, so actually good on Atomic for staying in the play, looking for the bump, and it gives him the lead.
So 1-goal lead only, and we've seen how brittle those are in this series already. Shot total has been relatively low for both teams. The final minute is on the board. Goal Patrol. That is a beautiful setup from Shadow straight into the midfield. Ty clashing with Atomic for the ball, but ultimately gets it through.
We saw a speed change here. Shadow just knocking that one down. I think Ajax thought he was going to go high with that, so Ajax was already in the air. Shadow has the wherewithal to just pop it down. Definitely seeing some ones play here, and Shadow manages to get that one all set up. Tyler with 2 goals this series. We're tied at 3, everyone. This is another super close game.
Absolutely. Mirroring game 3 at this point. Ty, dangerous play there from Goal Patrol on the defense. Atomic keeps himself in that blue half. Pirates is blown up just to give Goal Patrol a little more air to breathe in their own half of the pitch. But ultimately, this attack from Vanguard is still not over. 30 seconds are on the clock. Atomic just above the crossbar there. Ty's going to have to get this touch. He doesn't. The ball bounces, and Dapper has enough time to clear it off to the sidelines. And now he gets a touch off the side wall, pushing it all the way into the Vanguard half of the field. And now Ty with an important interception at the midfield line. Dapper a little bit too late on the buzzer, but I think he couldn't have caught up to that ball anyway. 5 seconds remaining in its Vanguard
here we go.
attack. Shot coming out, and that is Ajax scoring with 2 seconds to spare.
Right there. Atomic realizing that he might have a chance. Tyler got an absolutely terrible challenge. He was coming from the wrong side of the ball. So, I mean, that did not help his cause at all, but Vanguard saw an opportunity and they seized it immediately. Great positioning all around as Pirates looking to just shut this down as Shadow. Yeah, Shadow was trying to knock that one up, maybe off of, I think that was Ajax right there, but that was actually another very close game. Vanguard barely pulling that off, in my opinion. Goal Patrol had a whole ton of pressure, but those 3 goals kind of came from, breakaway setups, and there wasn't a whole ton of pressure right there. Or it was a super fast play, or they knocked it down. I think that was a really important goal that the last one they scored was actually very slow. Shadow just threw the changeup essentially. I think we're going to see more of that. And for Goal Patrol, they need to do more of that. Go as fast as they can, and then out of nowhere, just slam that ball on the brakes.
We've seen them do it time and time again in this series alone, so the potential is definitely there. But as it stands, after 4 games, we are 2 games apiece on the overall scoreboard of this best of 7. So this one might just be going the full distance. As it stands, whoever wins this one will have a match point to their name. But man, oh man, this is heating up right now. Important touch from Ajax to get the clear. Atomic now in the midfield. It's a 1v1 against Ty.
Oh.
Dapper coming in from behind, but Atomic, he will still be able to score that.
All right, that's a nice pass. Dapper trying to do something here, but Atomic realizing that he had some pressure on him. Tyler just could not predict what Atomic was going to do. Atomic also a great ones player. Just showed it right there, and that might be kind of basic for him, but you have to nail those basics down, and sometimes just great basics will keep your opponents guessing, especially when you get to this level.
So it is Vanguard who open up game 5. Ball is in the air right now, up for the taking in the corner. Dapper looking to push it past Atomic. Ajax blocks it, but Ty pushing himself and Ajax into and out of the way. Now Shadow looking for a fake, but Pirates is staying cool, not moving off of his spot by an inch. Atomic will get the clear into the midfield, and then Pirates has free reign.
That was actually a beautiful touch by Atomic. He's backwards. He was actually recovering, manages to get a really great touch to send it away. Pirates playing kind of out in the midfield a little bit, waiting for that clear to come out, and sure enough, he was right there to pounce on it, send it towards the net down Main Street. Again, they make these plays look so basic, but the sheer mechanical ability of Vanguard is on display here today. Another great touch by Atomic. Unfortunately, it doesn't work out.
Ty is going to go for the dribble here. All he has to do is out-dribble Pirates. He manages to do that. Still has plenty of reinforcements behind him. There's a full push from Goal Patrol. We're going to have to rotate back now as Vanguard are looking for a clear. Atomic with the back pass against his own backboard. Ty will pick this ball up, though, straight onto Dapper. And I'm not sure whether that back pass was the best idea in that situation.
Atomic didn't really have much to do with it. It was a tough one, but Ty was kind of ready for that. Dapper creeping up the middle. There wasn't anyone back for Vanguard. pretty much at all. I think
Probably
maybe
should
some
have played that into the corner instead.
I mean, yeah, corner, yeah. Maybe it was just a bit of a mistouch. Just kind of the way he was coming for it.
Oh, what a shot!
Wow.
Beautiful from Atomic. A laser beam of a shot. It's saved by Ty. And now Dapper opens up another play from Blue. Ajax looking to play that into the corner. Doesn't quite get there, but Atomic is there to back him up. And now he with another touch off the back.
Really
Dapper intercepting it midair.
Like, Vanguard is just pushing the half like crazy. When they start advancing, they have all 3 players in the half ready to go.
Oh, goal post hit. Will they get a follow-up? Ajax looking for it. Ty prevents it, takes it away from him. Now Shadow clears it into the midfield, wins the dunk against Atomic in the midfield, and what a goal from Shadow. Beautiful stuff. We're tied at 2.
Can I get some Pog Champs in the chat? Because Kobe.
Good stuff. Good stuff from Shadow. 2 minutes 52 left on the clock, and we're tied at 2. Atomic with a long-range attempt off the backboard. Ajax plays that off into the corner. Pirates now coming in as the 3rd man. Some of them, Vanguard is going to have to rotate back. Dapper looking for the juggle. Atomic block in the midfield. Shadow looking to keep control of the ball, but Atomic is making sure that it's as difficult as possible for him. But still, look at Shadow throwing himself into every single fray that he can throw himself to. Dapper off of the crossbar. Ajax gets it clear. Doesn't follow it up, though. Atomic looking for the dribble, but Shadow winning the 50 in the midfield. Infield pass straight onto Pirates, and no one from Goal Patrol went for that. Ty will have reign over the ball. Straight onto Atomic, who was already waiting mid-air. Ajax now onto Pirates. Beautiful passing play, and that'll find the net. Vanguard back in the lead by 1.
See, Shadow was on his way back, realizing he wasn't going to have too much on this, but Ajax straight to Pirates. Speedy play on that. Vanguard, it's exactly what they needed to just open up the scoring. Finally breaking this 2-2 tie, but Goal Patrol will probably start to crank it up themselves, and I have a feeling that the speed will get changed up again as Ajax moves this one towards the net. Dapper had to react quickly.
Yep, good save from him. Now he opens up another play. The only one in the orange half right now from his team gets the demo onto Atomic, but his teammate's still not following up, so that will remain without consequences for the time being. Shadow now in the fray in the midfield. Long-range clear from Ajax. And that was a good touch from him. We're just waiting for the clear from Ajax. We're going to have to run after it. That's going to cost them a lot of space up in front. Ajax pass on to Atomic. They get it past Shadow, but no one there as a 3rd man to keep the play going. But this time, Vanguard.
Oh!
Yes, they are sitting on a 1-goal advantage. Ajax. Downwards angle shot. Pretty slow, so Shadow didn't have a huge amount of trouble saving it. Now Dapper looking up to open up another play. 1:05 on the clock. It's only 1 goal. And I don't think a 1-goal lead has held in that final minute for pretty much all of the series.
Yeah, you're dead on. Dapper trying to change that scoreline quickly here, but yeah, and I think that the tenacity of Goal Patrol starts to come out here in the first minute when they're playing frantically. For some reason, it's like oh, wait a minute. No, Shadow didn't go for that, but it's kind of like that mentality of this is it, we have to do it, and it works for him. The question is, can they keep that up for a whole 5 minutes? As Pirates goes for a shot, he's going to whiff, though. Oh, boy. 1-on-1. Shadow Ajax.
Oh, final 30 minutes are underway, and Vanguard finding themselves under a lot of pressure in their box. Ajax gets demolished, but Atomic gets the clear. That'll allow enough time for him to respawn, and now he wins the 50 in the midfield here as well, keeps the ball in blue half of the pitch. Ty doesn't get the touch off the side well, and Vanguard in ball control right now, and that's definitely not who Goal Patrol want to be in control right now. But ultimately, yet again, Vanguard have no interest in allowing for a buzzer beater from Goal Patrol. They're still set up for it here. There's a miss. There's the second miss. Oh my God, it touches the ground. It touches the ground as the clock hits 0 a few milliseconds earlier. Or a few inches higher. Oh my goodness. That has got to hurt.
Ty has got to be kicking himself right now.
And Vanguard have got to be happy because they had 2 straight whiffs in a row to even allow for that.
Yeah, no kidding. Vanguard need to count their lucky stars after that. Forget the lottery. Forget going to Vegas. You just use all your luck up. There's no more after that. But
Well, Vegas was a while ago.
well, yeah, no kidding. But Goal Patrol, we're seeing glimpses of that greatness that they can put together. But it just seems like in the mid game, they seem to lose their mojo a little bit. They're going to have to pull it all together. Obviously, Vanguard are on the match point. Goal Patrol need 2 more. They got to get through this, and they got to win the next one in order to move on to the money round, the grand finals. But Vanguard, like I mentioned, they're looking strong tonight. If they can keep this going, that's going to be the hard part against Goal Patrol, because Goal Patrol can just pull something out of their hats out of nowhere.
Well, game 6, match point for Vanguard. But so far in the series, it's been a game-for-game shootout. Let's see if Vanguard will break the pattern, take home a win, and a ticket to the grand finals with a 2-game differential. Ball's in the corner, Pirates infield. Shadow pops it up, gets it past 1. Atomic follows that ball up, and Atomic has been doing such a good job all game long in throwing a wedge into Goal Patrol's plans, into Goal Patrol's combinations, frequently forcing them to start from scratch. Ajax onto Atomic. He pops it up. That's a lob off of the backboard. Dapper has it covered. Sends it to the sidelines. Infield pass from Shadow onto Dapper is intercepted by Vanguard. We're now pushing a lot of aggression onto Vanguard right now. Excuse me, onto Goal Patrol right now. Shadow with a close call right there. Pirates plays that off into the corner. Shadow wants to keep it in the midfield, but it comes down the ramp and it's covered yet again as Ty yet again keeping the play alive, looking for the angle. Atomic closes it before the ball can slip through.
And it seems like Pirates wants this game to go a whole lot faster. I don't think he's been out of Supersonic for more than 10 seconds this whole game so far. Shot? No.
Haven't seen a goal yet, and it's a rare sight in the series. Most of the times we've seen early goals scored right off the bat. Been a while since we've seen
well, comparatively
that amount of quiet on the pitch. Oh, here comes Shadow. Puts it away. Touch on the backboard, second touch and in.
You leave space for a Shadow. You get scored on. Turn on all the lights, dang it. Maybe you'll see him. Or maybe not. Who knows? Because he's Shadow.
Patrol. Goal Patrol. They take first blood after just about 2 minutes of play, and now Atomic. Mid-air dribble from midfield. Pirate shot on target is going to find the net. Bit of a miss by Dapper on the goal line.
Yeah, I don't think he expected that to go there. And when Ty went for it, I think Dapper realized that Shadow was too far out of the play for him to do much of anything. And by the time he realized that, he was kind of out of position. That was a tough play there for Dapper. And every once in a while, you're just going to get scored on. And I think that Dapper knows that. He's going to have to just let that one go. There wasn't too much he could have done about that shot. It was well placed. And he'll try to make it up here with a near shot there. Ty couldn't quite connect on the pass, though.
Shadow sends it into the midfield. Tries to follow it up. Uses all of his boost for it. Going for the bump onto Atomic, but Atomic stays cold. Ty off the ceiling, looking for the rebound. Not a good touch from Atomic for a change. But he keeps it on the backboard, doesn't leave a lot of space for Goal Patrol to work with here. It's still kept up in the air. Ajax now stealing that corner boost away from Goal Patrol. And Shadow is completely out right now. So he's going to have to stay back for the time being while Vanguard mount their offense. Good touch. Atomic goes up for it, looking for the double tap. Can't quite get down in time. Didn't have the boost to give him that extra little shove towards gravity that he needed.
Yeah, but Ty had to pop up for that, too. Ty didn't pop up for that. That could have been a good goal, because the way the trajectory was working out. But luckily for Ty and luckily for Goal Patrol, they're able to keep this one out. Oh, no! Dapper comes flying in.
Wow. Close safe right there, but we're still tied at Snake Eyes on the board. Ajax into the corner. That's going to rebound high up into the air. Ty with a little trouble reading that. Pirates off the ceiling. Dapper Will they push straight into the box? Ajax will pick it up, kill it, go for the dribble, long range clear, looking for the demo onto Ty as well. And Ty keeps himself out of reach. Shadow just waiting for an opportune moment to pinch against the sidewall. Never found that moment though. Now Dapper coming out with a solid clear. But boost levels are pretty low across the board on Goal Patrol right now. They have to watch out. They can't overcommit right now.
Yeah, they really cannot overcommit at all. And they've done it before, and sometimes it works out for them, but a lot of times it doesn't. Dapper goes for this. Atomic is right there. All of Vanguard just guarding the ball at this point. Now it's Pirates and Ajax. Shadow gets the read. A fantastic touch towards the corner. It was nice and light, as all that was needed as Tyler rotates in and slows it down.
And Shadow was the only one with boost at that time, so good thing it was him shadowing that ball. Otherwise, that would have been in. Ajax, 30 seconds remaining in this game. We're tied at 1, might be on track for another overtime. Shadow pushes it forward, wins the 50 in the corner. It's in the air, push towards the midfield line. Shot on target from Pirate is blocked by Tyler. There's no second chance as Atomic yet again finding himself as the backbone for the team. Ajax waiting for a cheeky redirect, but Dapper doesn't even give him the space to do it. Now a little bit of miscommunication, a little bit of disarray on that goal line of Goal Patrol. It's still in the air. Comes off of the side wall. Here comes Atomic. Will he be able to put this one away? No, he will not. Dapper blocks it. Touches the ground. We're into overtime.
Now watch out for these kickoff goals. It could happen.
No kickoff goal.
Oh, wow. Sufficiently shut down by both squads. That's actually impressive. Everybody just going for it. Dapper comes out on top, though.
There was no kickoff goal last. Oh, what a demo when Shadow puts it against the goalpost. He should have scored that. He definitely should have scored that. That was a chance for Goal Patrol. Now Vanguard. No, they won't turn this into a quick counter.
I mean, Shadow was under pressure on that shot, though, so, I mean, he had to go for it. Unfortunately, he was at full speed. Now he might be able to make up for it here. Nice shot and in. Great pass from Tyler and a near flying save. I think that was Ajax in the net. No, it was Atomic rotating back around. He was out of position. Shadow realizing that. A dead on pass by Ty. Puts it on high. And Goal Patrol, well, guess what, everyone?
The pattern holds. We are into Game 7. It was a one-game, game-by-game shootout. All series long.
All series long.
And now, I mean, if the pattern continues to continue, then Vanguard will be the winner of the series. But Game 7, everything, we have a blank slate. It's tabula rasa. It's all start from square one. A one-game shootout to decide who moves on to the grand final. But man, the series has been so incredibly close. The stats are almost identical on both sides.
And I like what we're seeing from all these players too. They're not letting the situation get to them. The mentality of these guys, you can tell there's a whole lot of experience on the pitch. And I think Shadow is getting over his slight inexperience compared to everyone else on the pitch. In that he's just playing at his own pace. And Ty and Dapper are kind of letting him do that. Shadow, yeah, he's made a couple of mistakes here and there, but man, he makes up for him. He makes up for him quick. So the fact that he's able to mesh well but still be able to play his own game at the same time, it does kind of remind me of the original Selfless squad back in the day a little bit. Just in the style and the way they play together.
Well, here it comes, game number 7.
Rip Miho, by the way.
It's underway, and Atomic looking for an early goal. Dapper, not a good clear from Goal Patrol. They're all bunched up in their own half. Oh, a crossbar hit from Pirates. That could have gone in just as well, but here's a counterattack mounted by Goal Patrol. It bounces down the ram. Ty looking to sneak it past Ajax. Just barely gets a touch on the goal line on that one. Man, oh man. Ball's been on both sides, and we've been inches from goals on both sides as well. What a start to Game 7.
I had to reposition myself in my seat because I was on the edge of it.
Ty.
Oh,
a little too early. Was well played, that ball. There was no chance to actually get there in time without pushing it against the wall. So no opportunity to score. Atomic winning the 50 on the side wall, but it goes straight onto Tyler. Ajax sends it back to blue. It's up in the air right now. Ajax sends it down. Important touch by Dapper. Another ball slamming off of the ceiling here. Ty has to divert it into the corner there. Didn't have much of another choice. Atomic off of the backboard. Follow-up shot. And that's going to find the net from Ajax. And Vanguard are first on the board.
Vanguard started up the whirlwind here. They went both sides of the pitch. Atomic just goes straight at it. And that brought Shadow out. Now Shadow dead in the water. He couldn't do much with it. He had no support from either Dapper or Ty, not Tyler. Ty was trying to get back, but he started to react instead of actually covering the rotation. Didn't work out for him. Vanguard got him going, and they've definitely cranked up the boost on this as Atomic goes for the empty net.
Yep, empty net. That is exactly what happened right there. It was a great demo straight onto Shadow.
Wow.
And that is what you need to do to win a Game 7. You got to go that extra mile.
I mean,
you got to go that extra mile per hour to hit Supersonic and make your opponents.
Can we talk about Pirates' like mid-air spear? That was insane.
Certainly was.
That's all I wanted to say about it, though.
Allowed them to get the second goal on the board.
That's on.
Good touch from Pirates. It was on target. Dapper deflects it off into the corner. Now Atomic, another demolition onto Dapper, but this time Vanguard weren't in possession, so they couldn't quickly convert on it. Counter attack is prevented. Pirates gets a good save. Shadow, all three members from Goal Patrol now past the halfway point. You're going to have to be careful here. You're doing a good job at zoning Vanguard away from the ball for the time being, but they need to be quick on the rotations. We've seen that Vanguard is willing to go for the jugular.
The Goal Patrol are going to have to be willing to do just that as well. They're going to have to push hard. They got to be smart about it. I mean, Vanguard can pull a shot from out of nowhere. Just make sure the rotation doesn't break down. Something will open up, I'm sure.
Off the backboard from Shadow. Demo onto Atomic, but Pirates is on the ball. He's going to take a sweet time with it, but there it is. And an attempted bump onto the goalie made him jump out of the way, and that opened up the door.
Yeah, Ajax got a little bit messed up on the way back, and he just had to try to cut off the angle here. He's facing the wrong way. Dapper on the screen and Shadow right there to drain it. Only one goal behind now is Goal Patrol. They're going to have to step up the patrols, though. Turn on the siren. Do something.
Atomic serves straight back. It's on target, but nothing dangerous. Ajax will have it handily. Shadow, infield. Ooh, almost a goal there. Actually hits the crossbar from such a crazy angle. Atomic on no boost whatsoever, just biding his time until the corner boost pad respawns. Boost canister.
Yeah.
Now Ty on the sideline. Everyone just scuffling for the ball on the sideline. Dapper looking to wrap around, looking to turn the direction of the ball around. It bounces off the corner. Atomic, not quite a shot on target. Demolition onto Dapper. Ball is on its way out. They're going to try to get it back on its way in, but an important touch off of the backboard there. High from Shadow. Goal Patrol are keeping themselves within one for the time being. 80 seconds left on the clock. This is still anyone's game.
Oh, here we go.
Have to be extremely careful. Double commit. It comes off the backboard. Ty just a few inches too far in. Can't get the ball into the required trajectory. It was a good attempt, though. Dapper gets it past one. Ajax to send that off to the sidelines. And Ty taking control of the ball. Gets it past Pirates. Off of the backboard. Dapper coming in. And there's the downwards angle shot. And there is the goal to tie things up.
Ajax is trying to cover this right here. Pirates did not get a great touch, and then Atomic looks like he feels backflipped on that. Unless he realized right when he jumped that he couldn't quite get there in time. They just froze up. Vanguard completely froze up on the play, and Goal Patrol drained one finally. Less than a minute, though. A big miss there from Shadow. Decent clear, though.
Yep, decent clear indeed, but Vanguard are not quite done yet, and Pirates is still in the fray here. Small kills the ball for Atomic. It hits the post, and then in it goes. What a play!
All right, so yeah, Ajax was in the corner, and I totally thought that Pirates was going to go towards Ajax and then to Atomic. That drop pass was beautiful. Well executed, well communicated. That'll give Vanguard the late lead here. Just about 30 seconds left.
38 seconds indeed. We see Dapper try to go for a dribble. Pirates just diving straight into that ball. Wants no part in it. Dapper, no boost, hoping for time to join this play. He does, but the block comes out early. Deflects it into the corner. Dapper now having stocked up on boost. 15 seconds remaining, and Goal Patrol are in full attack mode right now. Pop up into the air by Ty. That's all he can do with no boost in his tank. Dapper with a shot on target, baiting out the clear, but the clear is just too good, and it's high and low. And high and slow, excuse me, so it burns off precious seconds from the clock. And Goal Patrol cannot get that back up into the air. No Rule 1 allowed from Vanguard. The pattern holds. Vanguard win Game 7. They move on to the grand final.
Super close, though, from Goal Patrol. Well done. A fantastic series by both teams. But Dapper, Shadow, Ty Not Tyler just couldn't quite pull that one out, trying to break that pattern. But, Vanguard, they're able to take control of the ball and just keep control. Even when they let Goal Patrol get a touch, maybe 2 in, they just take it right back. They know exactly where that ball is going to go almost all of the time. Almost all the time. Goal Patrol did find a few holes in their defense and actually really their offense as well. And they nearly had it. I mean, it was 1 goal away. So close. But Vanguard do move on. Ajax, Atomic, and Pirates, they will get into the money round, and we'll be seeing who they face off next.
Yep, in the second semifinal of the night, to be contested between OK and Nefarious, First Killer, Drippy, and Explosive Gyro versus Buddy, Democat, and Thunda. Those are 2 rosters to behold, and we will behold right after the break. Do not go anywhere. The second semifinal of the Astronauts Rocket League 3v3 is coming up. Welcome back, everybody, to the Astronauts Rocket League 3v3 tournament powered by Beyond Entertainment and Astro Gaming. My name's The Pash. Joining me tonight is Ninja Rider. Our first semifinal has just finished, and it was a nail-biter through and through. The result was open until the very end. Game 7 for the first semifinal of the night. That's not too shabby, but now let's move on and find out who will be meeting Vanguard in the grand final to play for the lion's share of the $2,000 prize pool tonight. It's OK versus Nefarious.
First Killer, Drip A, Explosive Gyro on OK. Buddy, Democat, and Thunder on Nefarious. That's an interesting lineup there. First Killer, Drip A, and Explosive Gyro. First Killer been around here for quite a while. Explosive Gyro, of course. And then Drip A, I think, is making his Beyond debut, if I'm not mistaken. We'll see.
His 3v3 debut, perhaps. I do recall having him seen previously in Astronauts. But then again, everyone pretty much has been playing in Astronauts at some point in the past.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah.
But they're going against Nefarious. Buddy, Democat, Thunder they have a ton of team chemistry. This one, you kind of have to call it down the middle. I don't know. I'm predicting a game 7 for sure.
Oh, another game 7?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, look at the rosters, and I guess you can't really blame anyone for assuming that there would be a game 7 in this one. Now that stands, game 1 is where we start our journey. OK versus Nefarious. Off we go. Kickoff is on the pitch. 5 minutes are on the clock, and Buddy's straight off of the ceiling looking for an early goal here. So Thunder coming from the side, looking to center that towards the net. First Killer sets something up for Gyro. No boost, but still manages to flip off of the sidewall quite far in, actually. And Drippe with 4 boosts to his name, left as the sole defensive bastion. What a pinch, though. What a way to clear the ball.
Somebody's been studying under Fireburner. That was a fantastic 50.
Certainly was. The sight to behold for sure. Pass on to First Killer. That is intercepted, and that was a very good interception at just the right moment as well. Gyro playing it slow. But Thunder is not going to play his mind games. Drippe looking for a dribble. Gets it off the post. Sets it up for First Killer. Doesn't find the net, though. They miss to the right and they miss to the left. Next one should find the center, but they won't get a next one as Nefarious clear the ball away. Buddy playing it slow, cutting it towards the left, towards that side wall, making OK chase after the ball. Drippe shot on target. Buddy has recovered, saves that off into the corner. First Killer straight back into the corner, though, as Gyro with a pass on to Drippe. That one's a little high. Gets the second shot. Crossbar as well, but this time it bounces down into net.
I have to admit, it's been a little while since I've seen Drippe play in a community-style tournament, but good Lord, can the man move quick. Oh, he realized that was going to be high, so he followed it up beautifully. Well done, sir.
What a game. What a way to start off this game. What a goal to start off this game. 4 OK. Drippe. Rebound off the corner into the center. Gyro already up in the air. Comes off the backboard. Outwards pass attempt from Buddy. Democat has to come in for the save as OK are still applying the pressure. Pass straight onto Gyro. He tries to put it towards Drippe. It's a slight bit overshot, but Drippy still does his best with it. Forces Thunder to come out for yet another save. Every player on Nefarious now with a save to their name. The pressure is not over yet from OK. A demolition onto Democat, ironically. It bounces off of the corner. Midfield intercept by First Killer to keep it in orange, and Nefarious, they're locked down right now. Oh, shot on target, Thunder. Coming out for a save. Buddy finally with a chance to get that out of the orange half, and he's going to try to go for a double tap straight away. Actually almost makes it, but Gyro on the goal line gets the save, and now First Killer looking for the quick counter. Democat has already rotated back. Infield pass from Gyro onto Drippy. Shot on target, and it's in. What a turnaround.
What a turnaround indeed. Nefarious have to stay on their toes at all times. A shot can come from nowhere. And Drippe, coming from the backfield, just sees a play develop, and he just goes for it. No fear at all. One of the reasons why he made it into the RLCS when he played from Australia, I should say Oceania, but good Lord, man. I think Nefarious are caught a little bit surprised here. I honestly didn't think that First Killer and Gyro would be able to play so fast with another shot sneaks its way through. Gyro just going low.
Certainly is. That's a 3-0 right now for OK, and it all came off of that awkward touch from Demo in the corner. Probably could have gotten a lot more mileage out of that ball. Not sure if he was trying to go for a pinch, but at that point, probably should have carried it up the corner wall, tried to transition over into the side wall. Bounces like that, if you don't know your teammates are backing you up, are always dangerous, dangerous, dangerous.
They're dangerous, but there was a double Demo on the play as well, so you kind of just go for it and pray, but that time it didn't work out for Nefarious, but a 3-0 lead here for OK. This is big. Nefarious need to start stepping it up quick.
And OK are so quick on their rotations as well. They are all up in Nefarious's face, and then the moment Nefarious gets their hands on the ball, they're ready to defend, and defend they do indeed. Not a lot of saves have been forced out of them so far. But Drippe coming in with 7 shots, and that's more than any other game, any other player in the game combined from both teams. So he is having a time of his life right now. Double dip is not permitted as the clear comes out from OK. They push back into the orange half. Democat with no boost, biding his time, pops it high up into the air. First Killer looking for Drippe there. Doesn't find him. And Buddy with a clear. That, again, is going to get pushed straight back by First Killer as OK are in full control of the pitch right now. Final minute on the board. This is a big ask right now for Nefarious.
No, it really is. The Nefarious squad just don't quite have an answer for the pressure that OK can put on, although that was a beautiful save from Democat. I don't know if he actually meant to do it, but build some momentum off of something, and you got to do it. Right there is the one. As it goes off the ceiling, double commit from OK. Nobody there to finish off the shot, and Nefarious might have a chance here.
Yeah, the double commit is pretty much what took the goal opportunity away from OK. If one of them had gone for it, here comes Buddy looking for a fake, but First Killer, if anyone's going to read out a fake like an open book, it's going to be First Killer, the master of the fake himself. So you do not try to fake out First Killer. You try to make him look stupid, he'll make you look stupid.
He'll make you look stupid while making himself look stupid but smart at the same time. It's weird how he does that.
5 seconds remaining, and I think we can all agree that this game is in the books, and it's a 3-goal lead for OK. No attempts from Nefarious to even try and get a, well, you know, an honor goal, just a consolation prize. It's far too early in the series. It's just one game, but Nefarious, they have a task in front of them. OK have shown their colors. Now it is up to Nefarious to try and turn down the saturation.
The better question is, though, does OK have another notch? Can they go even faster? Or are they just playing so loose that they've decided to just go for it, not even worry about it? Nefarious, I think they expected a feel-out game from both squads, and just nothing. Nothing. OK came out, struck first, struck hard. First Killer lived up to his name, and, well, I guess I can't really say that because it's Rocket League, and we're not killing anyone, are we?
Well, certainly not, but OK has certainly been killing it in game one, and now it's up to Nefarious to respawn. and get a bit of action of their own onto the pitch. Game 2 is underway. The most important thing right now for Nefarious will be not to go down early.
Yeah.
Try to keep this at 0 for as long as possible. Obviously, take the lead first if you can help it. But we have already seen. It wasn't for lack of Nefarious trying. It's just that OK and just locked down the field.
Yeah, they really did. And these kind of desperate touches are not going to work. Nefarious need to get a little bit more organized, I think. OK kind of plays in a structured chaos sort of format. Whoever's closest to the ball, they go for it. So Nefarious need to bring out some control. Democat trying to do just that, sending it down the field, bumped out by Drippe, though. Very
good play by Drippe. Didn't even bump him out of the way, just cut off an angle for him, and that is the exact angle that he would have needed to get to the ball in time. Then got the demo just for good measure, and the ball was already gone, so it wasn't quite as necessary as it was before. As it stands, first minute has passed, and we're still at donuts on the scoreboard.
But I mean, you know, as far as the demo goes, you're there. You might as well get it.
Gyro pass. Good play by Democat early on the intercept. But First Killer is still on it. Gets it off the backboard. Won't get the second touch here devoid of any kind of boost. And man, they left the net wide open there. A couple of inches to the right, and that would have been a cross-field runaway goal. Oh, important touch.
Drippe.
That was so well played by Democat right there. Just snatched the ball away and set it up for Thunder.
Yeah,
Yoink.
Just stop right there. Gyro, you are not moving past me. Gyro didn't see him coming either. Obviously didn't hear him because he just kind of panic flipped, and that just killed the ball. Shot and in for Thunder. Well done and well placed, actually. I mean, you said that. His buddy pops up here. First Killer get the clear.
And that's exactly what we were talking about earlier. Nefarious, they kept it at 0-0 for a relatively long amount of time against a team with the aggression of OK. Minute and 30. And then they were the first ones to score. Hugely important for them right now. And puts them into a very good spot as far as the rest of this game goes. But OK will be ramping up their attempts here, I feel. So they have a hell of a storm to weather. Right now, Nefarious going for a more ball control focused game.
Ooh, great touch.
Indeed, by Democat, very positive, gains a lot of ground towards that blue half. Thunder gets blown up, and just like that, ball control switches back around, and what is... Okay. That confused me to no end. I thought it was going to be a pass, then I saw it was on target. Thunder just gets the cross-field dunk goal.
And, you know, Thunder just spawned right there, too, and Drippe clearly wasn't expecting that, didn't see him when he tried to make his play, and then when Thunder got the touch, I don't think that was going to go head towards the net, but Drippe kind of panicked, side flipped, and that just got the pinch going. And sure enough, OK find themselves 2 goals down, and this is where we see what kind of character they have. If OK can pull this one back, we're going to have quite the series on our hands.
Yeah, I'm really liking what I'm seeing from Nefarious here. OK thrives on space. You give him space, they will grab any inch that you can possibly get. You try to go for long plays, for long passes. OK will jump in. Oh, that was dangerous right there. Democat manages to recover. He used his boost very late. Gyro with one fake, but not the second. Thunder coming out at just the right time. But as I was saying, Nefarious closed down the distance on their passing plays, and yet again, Buddy just switches sides. A close-range pass. Wonderful stuff from Nefarious.
Democat nearly took it as well, but I think Buddy just called him off on that. Buddy was all the way up in the field, too. All the way near the box, in fact. And it's kind of an odd spot to be there, but he was also being challenged. I believe that was Drippe over there. Drippe's been involved in a lot of things, and it seems like Nefarious have kind of targeted Drippe, trying to get him to make mistakes, and it is working for him. So Gyro and First Killer need to step it up just a little bit, start to not rely on Drippe so much, at least until they can get Nefarious' eye off of him. Oh, that was
that stands. OK, opening up the series with a 3-0 win, and now Nefarious looking for a 4, and there it is. Drippe trying his best to get there in time, but no dice.
I think those habits from Australia are kind of haunting Drippe a little bit. He pushed way too far forward on that play. Just way too far. everybody on OK has been doing that. They play so loose that they kind of end themselves up in some weird positions, and that right there is one of the ways Nefarious can just take advantage of that. A 4-0 scoreline is definite evidence enough as Gyro can't get back in time, and Democat will drain one down.
I'm loving this. This is a textbook example. You couldn't get a better example of a team adjusting their playstyle after they lost and then coming back huge to win in a big way, because Nefarious were all about open space in the first game, looking for long-range passes, looking for open passing lanes, just trying to find them wherever they could, no matter the distance between them, and they went to follow-up clears. But in this game, they're all about close range and possession, and just like that, OK have just no openings anymore. It looks like they're completely lost track of Nefarious's playstyle, and that's why we have a 6-0 score on the board right now. It was the perfect adjustment that Nefarious made, and it's just showing wonders right now.
Yeah, Nefarious have also kind of stepped up their game in that they're challenging everything. They're playing smart. They're making sure they got the boost. And it's kind of taken some of that boost away from OK, who did rely on a lot of boost in game one. This is kind of turning into a bit of a brutal match, or a brutal game, I should say, as Nefarious now lead them 6-0. I have to admit, after game one, we didn't expect this at all.
Oh, no, absolutely not. But it just goes to show, yet again, it's all about the willpower to make changes, the tenacity, as you mentioned way early in the broadcast, that will be required in order to see a series through. But Nefarious didn't even need any time to know exactly what they have to fix. And that's exactly what they did. It's a 6-0 game, and game two is squarely in their bag at this time. Might see a consolation goal for OK if they manage to rule one this. No, they don't even try. Hits the ground in the corner. 6-0 win to Nefarious, and now we've had two blowouts, even though one of the blowouts was double the other.
Yeah.
Hopefully now we can have a competitive game.
I mean, it's just going to come down to OK. They're going to have to clean up their act. You know, they played fast and loose in game one. Nefarious saw that, so Nefarious got way more organized. They didn't panic on defense. They forced themselves to kind of slow down almost until the end of the game when they got their organization down, and then they just sped up and kept going faster and faster and faster. We saw direct passes. We saw great backboard plays. And Nefarious just opened it up and didn't allow OK to have great possession. They forced challenges at just about every critical point that was needed and any other chance that they got. OK did have some time on the offensive end, but I think they had a couple of shots as well. But Nefarious started to kind of swarm, and it was like an organized swarm. I've never really seen that before. We talked about how Nefarious can mesh together so well. And OK don't quite have that. I know First Killer and Gyro have played together before, but with the addition of Drippe, it just adds a different element in, and they just haven't quite meshed yet. Got to put them on the Bunsen burner or something and get that thing to melt down.
Well, meltdown is a perfect term for what just happened to OK in game number 2.
I mean, you got to melt it down and then you got to solidify it. That's the hard part, solidifying.
Exactly.
Did we just make a chemistry?
I think we did.
That's awesome.
Well, Drippe pops it up into the air. Buddy with the block. Gyro following it up. Rebound off of the ceiling. First Killer has to come in from the side just to keep possession. No boost to his name, though. So Nefarious. We'll get it clear here. Drippe, also with no boost, still keeps the ball in the corner. Nefarious are
here we go.
OK, ramp up the pressure right now. Gyro onto First Killer. Beautiful sequence, but First Killer was disrupted in his final touch. Thunder gets blown up. Body cross map, and First Killer in the last moment getting in between it. And cross map air dribbles, they look impressive, but they're not actually that difficult to defend against unless you can somehow get a flip reset in there in the very last few yards.
Or you get some kind of pass involved or something along those lines. It's a little bit too predictable once you get set up underneath that ball. That said, I mean, OK, backed off as Democat goes off the crossbar. Thunder right there and gets it past First Killer.
All three members from Nefarious getting their hands at this play. First, the setup coming in from Buddy, then the crossbar hit from Democat, and then Thunder after his teammates made both defenders jump for shots that wouldn't even have been in, finds the lower right-hand corner, slips it past, and takes the lead for Nefarious yet again. They are the first ones to score, and this is how the last game started as well. They took a while to score first, but when they scored first, after they scored first, they just never stopped.
Never stopped indeed. They're quick
Oh,
to get defense. This first killer comes flying in. This was a beautiful play from the corner. I love this. First killer trying to clear this out. When
Look at
Buddy
the
got the
serve.
touch, he didn't back off.
Look at
Drippe
the
right
serve.
there. Put a lot of speed on it as well. And first killer, realizing that there was a defender there, manages to intercept it just enough to knock it to the other side of the net. Beautifully played and a good eye from first killer.
Yeah, I think, in my opinion, the serve from Drippe was almost more impressive than the shot from first killer. I mean, yes, it was a crazy angle, but man, look at the accuracy on that serve from Drippe. That was just perfection solidified in a goal. And we are tied at 1 this time. OK are on the board, and that's already a huge improvement compared to last game.
Yeah.
Perhaps we will have a ball game on our hands here in Game 3. Both teams have had their play time, but now it's time to get serious. Off the ceiling, first killer trying to set something up. Not the best of touches from Buddy, but Thunder manages to get a save off of the follow-up shot. Thunder sent it off to the sidewall. Bounces back down. Buddy looking to switch around the play onto the blue half. Push forward, gain some ground. First killer serves it straight back. Ball comes off the ceiling. It is caught by Gyro. We really haven't seen a lot on OK. I think that's the first time I've actually said his name this entire series.
Yeah, Gyro's been kind of letting Drippe and first killer do their things and trying to be the anchor of this squad. And I think it's a good idea. Now he's starting to get a little bit more involved as needed. And it's kind of up to him. He does have, a whole lot of experience playing it in a bit of an anchor format. But you notice he's not taking a whole lot of shots until just now. He might be able to get something going here. Drippe, beautifully done. Just couldn't quite connect with the net.
Thunder gets the ball pinched away from him. Bounces off the side wall. Good touch from Democat, but Gyro is there for a follow-up. Wraps around the ball, looking for the bump, and Demo onto Buddy, and first killer ultimately gets it. Democat looking to use this opening to push further instead of rolling back and waiting for the respawn to come in. First killer, cross map shot. Dead on target.
First killer, this was a beautiful shot right here. Right down Main Street. Gyro popped up for it, but he realized it was on target. He wasn't going to get there anyways. And I think that forced Democat to also go for it. So a little bit of mind games played there in the end of the shot sequence. And it worked for him. Okay, find the lead here in Game 3.
They do. It's just under 90 seconds left on the clock. And it's a low-scoring game when you compare it to the previous games. So that 1-goal lead might just be all that they need. They get the touch. This follow-up comes down as well. But it goes slightly short on the angle. Democat looking to thread the needle. First killer will not let that string pass. Gyro with the backboard clear. Final minute on the board. Buddy keeps it on the blue half. The sidewall is contested as well. Infield pass onto Democat. Doesn't get a solid touch on it. Allows first killer to push it back out. But Nefarious are all out offense right now. Okay, might just be looking for another runaway goal here. First killer gets a solid touch, and that's exactly what I was talking about. Oh boy, first killer didn't quite manage to cut the angle, but luckily for him, he has teammates.
Yeah, first killer right here, just trying to put it towards the net. If it was missed, that's okay, because Drippe was coming up the center, and sure enough, it's a good thing Drippe was there. Even Gyro was trying to get on the action just in case, and they had Nefarious on the run. If Nefarious was able to recover on that, I think that would have been turned away and turned into a goal for Nefarious, but luckily, okay, able to convert that one in less than 30 seconds.
Oh, Democat onto Buddy. That was very quickly and well intercepted by first killer, who has really been throwing himself into this game here.
Yeah, yes.
And Gyro has shown up as well. He was pretty much not on the pitch for the first 2 games, but He has become a solid backbone for OK at this point. There's a shot, triple commit. Obviously, that's going to go in, and now it's 6 seconds for the 1 goal.
Right there's where it all went south. I think if Drippe was actually left alone to save that, that would have worked out fairly well. But Gyro and First Killer just reacted. And usually that's also okay, as long as they get some sort of clear out of it. It would have been
5 seconds left.
Well, now,
there's the clear from Buddy. Nefarious going to have to rule 1 this for as long as possible. Thunder opens this juggle up. Attempts from OK are obviously going to go straight down towards the ground, but Buddy gets a solid hide on it. Drippe, he's not even going to let that ball touch him. And OK take home the win in game number 3. But it was close, much closer than both of the previous games. And you mentioned before the series that you expect this to go to 7. At this point, I think that is well within the realm of possibility.
it's within the realm of possibility, but if Nefarious can start connecting on the plays that they've been connecting the whole time on, we're going to probably see another runaway because they can get so much speed on the ball. OK have been predicting it fairly well. They've also just applied steady pressure. Both teams have done the exact same thing when it comes to that. And so it's put the ball in some precarious situations compared to where everybody is placed at the time. And so they've had to react. The thing is, though, if Nefarious can get OK to start reacting like they did at the end of the game there, they'll be able to take control of the ball and get some more shots on the board. We'll have to see, though, because here comes game 4.
Yep, exactly. Game 4 is underway. 10 seconds of it have already been played. OK with a 1-game lead in the series. Let's see if they can keep this going. That was just beautiful by First Killer.
First Killer right here, just hounding him in the mid here. Democat, big miss. Now that
1,
leaves Buddy facing the wrong way and right in.
1-2 goal. It's as easy as that. At least it is if you're a First Killer. If you're not, might just be a lot harder than it actually looked.
An extra touch. Kappa.
Democat gets the flip reset. Doesn't have the time to use it as his journey ends on Gyro's hood. Thunder forces a save out of First Killer, and Drippe will be looking for a clear here, but doesn't get a definitive one. First Killer still has to cover the backboard. Gyro gets bumped out of the way. Thunder with another opening ball into the final third. Democat looking to establish dominance here. A double commit from Drippe and First Killer, but they got a long-range clear out of it, so they will have plenty of time to reposition. And First Killer again into the corner. Thunder will beat him to the ball. There's a lot of presence from Nefarious in front of the net right now, and they're going to tie the game up.
That was a huge pass up to Democat, and that just put OK all messed up in their net. Gyro tried to play off of that. I think he thought a shot was going to come through right before Buddy took his. Ended up with a Feels backflip, and that just put OK on their back foot. Nefarious knock it down. Buddy the shot on target finally, and they get themselves all tied up here with Snake Eyes.
Infield onto Demo. Straight into the corner where Thunder is waiting. Doesn't actually get a touch on the ball. That could have been a beautiful passing play. Democat with a dangerous back touch, but that backboard is beautifully covered by Buddy. And Gyro is going to play it slow. Gets his flip back. He's going to wait until the very last moment to use it. First Killer pushes it forward. Infield from Buddy onto Democat. It's a cross map clear on this. Very positive play. Buddy doesn't get the second touch off the ceiling, looking for the pinch, not quite finding it. Drippe is going to make the defender jump into nothing, gets the pinch on the ground, and a perfectly timed demolition from First Killer. You cannot get any more accurate than that. That was really beautiful.
It was absolutely dead on. First Killer realizing that Demo was right there, actually flipped into him. Oh, that one's experience for Demos comes through on First Killer, and then Drippe just going full RHL on it. A beautiful pinch, tons of speed, and right in the net. They take the lead.
Great stuff. Beautiful stuff. We know First Killer likes a demo. We know that he likes a well-timed demo, but you can't get more well-timed than that. Kudos to him. 2-1 lead now for OK, but we're still 3 minutes off from the end of the game. Double tap attempt from Gyro puts the second a little wide. That was a tricky angle to work with, though, so kudos to him for trying. Long range clear. Buddy looking for the goal. Gets it just above the crossbar. Nefarious still not done. OK, looking for a clear. Buddy. Straight onto Thunder. Ooh, forces the save out of Drippe. And First Killer will open up the
Gyro's
play
up.
here straight onto Gyro. Oh, the crossbar hit. That would have been a banger of a goal, and now Buddy is going to try it on the other side. Looking to keep First Killer in the net, but
There's
Gyro coming in from the side and playing it into the corner. That was just the right thing to do in that situation. We're past halftime, 1-goal lead on OK.
And I think that's what Gyro has become at this point. He knows the right thing to do, and he's got the skill to make all of it happen as well. Just kind of backing up his teammates, and if he's needed, he's right there. Drippe looks for the pass, but it's under pressure. Thunder sends it to the corner.
Well, he does. Good initiative from him, and now Buddy and Democad looking to open up another offensive play. Ball is in no man's land right now. Buddy standing ready for the pass from Democad, but that is going to get cleared from First Killer, and it's a long-range clear as well. Democad gets himself some First Killer juice in the midfield. He has respawned now, but can't get to the play in time. What a touch from Buddy. It's going to come off the crossbar. Follow-up from Democad. All he can do is play it into the corner. Went a little fast for that one. Nefarious are really looking for it, and they're certainly looking for First Killer right now. They've blown it up like 3 times in past 30 seconds.
First Killer notoriously, when he gets demoed, he does get a little bit miffed on it. I don't know if he gets full tilted, but he does try to start to play aggressively, and Nefarious could use that to their advantage if they can draw First Killer out of his comfort zone. We'll have to see. Those Gyro sneaks one past everyone. Luckily for Nefarious, that goes wide.
First Killer trying to set something up. He was looking for a bump there, but there was no one actually on the goal line, so that was well played by Nefarious. Gyro onto Drippe. Positive pass. Even more positive clear. First Killer off to the side to shut down some of the yard gains on that ball. Rolls up the side wall. First Killer, no boost right now. He's going to have to stock up somewhere, and that'll take him out of play for a while. But at this time, OK, they don't really have any pressure to score. It's Nefarious who have to tie this up. Democad gets it in front of the net. So well played by Drippe, so important as well. The pass straight onto Thunder, but that's going to be a save from First Killer. Snuffs that shot out before it has even any chance to leave the car. Ball's killed for Buddy. Put slightly wide off of the backboard. Clear comes out from OK. It's crossing the midfield line right now, and that is a no man's ball into no man's land.
Oh, wait a minute. This could
it's
work.
Still high up in the air. Thunder is going to have to get this off the backboard, and First Killer with an important touch. He should have scored that straight away instead of going for the follow-up setup. OK, win game 4, and now they're on match point.
Hard fought there at the end. Nefarious started putting a lot of pressure on the net, especially towards the end there. That touch should have been in. If that touch was in, we'd be going into overtime right now, obviously. But it was just happening a little too fast. Tough to plan that out, especially when you're coming from the wrong side. You're trying to a bit of a lean over shot and just barely redirect the ball. It was going to be a tough one. They're moving so fast. I think Nefarious, it's time for them to slow down a bit. Take OK out of their comfort zone and force them to kind of think about it. First Killer and Gyro have always played an instinctual game. That's not to say that they're smart or anything. It's just that their instincts are usually right, so they rely on them. If you can force them to kind of stutter step a little bit and double check what they're doing next, Nefarious should be able to get a bit of a breakaway going and maybe take another game, force that game 6. That said, OK, if they can keep possession like they've been doing, they're going to do fine. The question is, will Nefarious allow them to? We'll have to see as this game gets underway.
It could be the last one in the series. It's all up to OK at this point. They could punch their ticket into the grand final right here and right now. All they need to do is win one more game against Nefarious. But we've seen Nefarious adjust before. We've seen them tune their play to OK's complete surprise. Blew them off the pitch 6-0, and now they're the first ones to score.
Defense, OK?
Yeah, that's
none.
pretty much it.
Absolutely not. Drippe, that was a big miss. Gyro was trying to float up because he expected First Killer to get that clear. Didn't happen. Absolutely not. Nefarious comes flying in like the nefarious thieves they are, steals that ball away and right back into the net. Beautifully done by Nefarious. A quick play to catch OK off of their guard. And now OK looking to strike back. Oh my God.
16 seconds is all it took for Nefarious to get on the board. But these games, apart from the first two, have been decided on very slim goal margins. We can't be happy with that. Not with 4 minutes and 20 seconds left on the clock. Buddy gets that off of the ceiling for the back pass. Gyro looking to thread the needle there. Cut the angle. Can't quite make it happen. Doesn't get to the ball in time. Thunder carries it all the way into the corner. Demicat will try to follow up on this one. First killer with a beautiful backboard cover. Gyro is going to use the side wall. Leave the ball to Drippe. First killer is ready to get a pass onto Gyro. It's played a little too far forward, but I like what they set up there. Just didn't quite work as they expected. Demicat going for the demo onto onto Gyro. He got Drippe. So at least he got someone, and that's a dunk from Thunder to put it past and get 2 on the board.
Thunder kind of lurking here at midfield when Buddy abandons the play. Demicat just looking for that center. Gyro, that should have been a clear from Gyro. It was just a straight miss. I don't want to say okay or a little tilted or frustrated, but it does kind of seem that way. That said, Nefarious have been applying much more pressure than they have been pretty much the last 2 games. So they're forcing OK out of that comfort zone like I talked about, and it seems to be working for him. That's a Drippy on the carry, a little bit of a slow play for him as they move on into the Nefarious side.
Oh, that's an open net. If Buddy gets a solid touch on this. No, not quite in time, but Thunder's with a follow-up and makes it 3-0.
Wait a minute. Thunder is brilliant for this. So he goes over there for the boost steal, and I think he did that on purpose. He knew first killer was coming from that side, so he might as well cover the opposite side. Beautifully done. Great strategy call there by Nefarious, and it worked out well for him. They have a 3-goal lead.
And we're just 2 minutes in. This could be another disastrous game for OK, just like game number 2. Not quite to 6-0 levels yet, but Nefarious are in the driver's seat right now. And they have a wild driving style, as OK will find at this moment. Gyro looking for the fake onto Thunder. Thunder gets a touch on it despite actually falling for it. Now Drippe. First killer. Back onto Drippe, back onto first killer. Gyro's in that play as well. Fakes out one, but there is the retaliation touch. It's not quite on target. Drippe will be able to get there in time. Okay, now trying to fake their way to the net, but so far haven't been successful, even though their fakes have worked.
We're starting to see some pass plays connect for OK as well. They're changing it up just a little bit. And their long pass plays too. This is on target. Drippe racing for it, so his first kill. They get the pinch. Beautifully saved by both of them. That could have ended in absolute disaster. And now OK start the push to the other side. But it seems like the Nefarious are giving them a lot of space as well. They don't want to be doing that.
First killer, straight shot off the backboard, looking for the double taps. A little too high for that. Follow-up hits the crossbar. They can't clear it out of the net, and Gyro will have an easy time scoring that. And that should have been a better clear on the goal line.
Yeah, right there. Demicat just didn't get the touch he was looking for. He didn't have any boosts to really work with at all. He had to just launch himself at it and hope for the best. He nearly own goaled it, but it got drained anyway. So now OK are on the comeback trail. Less than 2 minutes left here in Game 5.
But still 2 goals that need to be caught up to by OK. Momentum is slowly starting to shift back their way. That's good because Nefarious have kind of stopped showing the teeth that they have in the early stages of this game. Letting OK get away with a little more than they used to. Look like Nefarious wants to change that, as yet again they are piling up the pressure right now, preventing those clears from coming out, which is the most important thing if you want to shut down OK. You know about those long-range balls, especially both from first killer and onto first killer when he's in the midfield up in the air. He has insane amounts of shot accuracy. If he wants the ball to go somewhere, that ball will go there. He is an insanely valuable passing station.
The question is, can they start connecting those passes? And I mean, both teams have been cutting off passes fairly well. Once they realize that it's within their grasp, they just start to go for it. So you cut off the shooting station, or the shooting angle, I should say, or you cut off the passing angle as well. And you can see Gyro right there trying to do just that. Thunder could not connect on that pass as it falls down in front of that orange net once more.
Oh, it's coming off the ceiling. Thunder, good touch there, forcing first killer to back pass it to stand against the pressure. Demolition onto Buddy, who was chasing after First Killer. That allows him to place a pass onto Drippy, but it's slightly overshot. Thunder will get his hands on it. 30 seconds remaining, and we still need 2 goals out of OK. They want to tie this. They want to get this series over with right here and right now. Make their way into the grand final. Second shot goes wide, just shy of the goal there. 14 seconds. They need to get a goal, and that's a miss from Buddy, but no one's actually coming in from the left-hand corner to thread the needle there, and that clear is going to seal the deal. At least as far as Game 4 is concerned, Nefarious keep themselves alive in the series. They are not going to get 4-1. We're going to Game 5. Excuse me, Game 6.
Game 6. I mean, OK just kind of broke down at that point. Nefarious, they started off really strong, tons of shots coming at the net. OK only had 5 shots for the whole team. Democat had 6 alone. So tons of pressure coming out from Nefarious. And it worked out well for him. They kept possession as much as they could. OK had a couple of chances to try to tie it up at least, or even just get a little closer. And it wasn't working this time. It's hard to tell exactly what OK needs to do because they're executing fairly well, but Nefarious just have their number. They're getting the coverage on them. So I would say more speed, but I mentioned before that they don't really change up their speed too much either. So I think Nefarious have just caught up to them. Now would be the time for OK to force themselves to slow down a little bit, take some of that slow control, and get it around Nefarious. Even if it's just a little bit of, just pop it up in the air and see what happens type thing. And then be aware of where everyone is at on the pitch. It seems like OK is having a little bit of a hard time doing that.
Well, it is Game 6. You suggest, for OK to slow down, but Nefarious, they have no intention of slowing down right now, and they can't let themselves get outpaced, really.
They really can't. I mean, Democat coming off the wall like that is a quick move to keep that ball moving around, and Thunder actually waiting patiently just outside the box. It's exactly what he needed to do in that situation. Executed well, put it towards the net. That's all that was needed, but now it's an empty net. Democat is there. Gyro racing back. Democat takes control, takes on all 3 at once. Good Lord, man. You are crazy.
Yeah, that was crazy well defended right there. Now Drippy gets mid-air bumped out of the way. The ground-to-air missile in the form of Democat, and now he launches a missile onto the goal as well. First Killer will save that for the time being, but Nefarious, they have no intentions of slowing down at this point. Comes a shot from Drippy off the crossbar. It was covered by Nefarious. Goes straight down the other aisle. Drippy with a bit of a weak shot into the midfield, straight onto Democat. Gyro flying in from behind. He's out of boost. First Killer gets spunked before he has a chance to get at the ball, and Thunder positions himself right where Gyro was expecting that ball to come down. This is solid defense from Nefarious right now.
Definitely solid defense, but Drippy has also been missing quite a bit. I know that the whole tactical whiff idea is a thing, but Drippy's been missing on some very important touches that could keep this going and maybe even result in a shot. It's not necessarily something we're used to seeing from Drippy at all. So I don't know what's going on in his head, but he's going to have to clear it out real quick.
Thundas looking to set up something for Buddy. There is a surprising amount of space given from OK to that play. First Killer forced to make a goal line save there. Not quite sure why they didn't interfere, or at least try to interfere earlier with that play. They had the positions to secure the goal and cover all necessary angles. But OK is just kind of letting Nefarious do their thing in the final third right now, and I'm not sure if that's the right idea, because Nefarious, they've shown time and time again that they are incredibly proficient at making use of goal opportunities. What a save from Gyro from the inside of the net. Crazy defense coming out from OK right now. 6 saves already forced out.
OK seems to be leaving somebody in the net pretty much at all times. So if they have a lot of confidence in whoever's in the net, they can kind of start to swirl around and make it seem like they're everywhere all at once, forcing Nefarious to think that they have to take a shot. That way the goalie can just get that clearance. But
Nobody looking for the dribble. Takes one. Gyro, long range clear. Drippy looking to pick that up and pass that straight back to Gyro. Puts it high with a little bit of help from Thunder. Important touch from him. And now he's going to fly across the aisle straight back to the blue box. Drippy misflipping there, forcing Gyro to play a cross-field pass to the other sideline. Two members from OK now on the right-hand side of the field. Drippy, the only one left to cover the goal. Important play from him to slow play down a little bit to allow for his teammates to get back and support him on defense. OK's defense has been amazing, but they've let one slip through, and in the end, that one might be all that Nefarious need to take this to 7.
In the end, it may not matter. That's for sure. As OK need to get some offense going. They're defending well. They got to transition all of that strength onto offense, though. Dripper trying to do just that here. A minute and a half left. Let's see what they can do. As that long clear from Buddy sends it right back over there, and OK have to start over again.
Thunder down to mid. Off to the side from Drippy. Comes back down to the center. First killer gets a touch on it. Comes down right in front of the goal. This is dangerous. Oh my god, an own goal. The shot from Drippy actually went off the crossbar and then bounced off of one of the Nefarious players.
And Drippy was right there. Gyro also pushed up with him very quickly. But you mentioned that pinball effect from Nefarious, and just kind of the way it bounced off the crossbar was very weird. I fully expected that to go right down Main Street, maybe even score for Nefarious, but instead it finds its way through, and OK are on the board after 4 minutes. Yikes.
Well, better late than never.
I suppose so.
That's got to be on their minds right now. The only thing that matters is that they have tied the game up, that as of this moment, this is not going to Game 7, but to Game 6 overtime, which gives them a chance with one goal to make, well, can't really call it an early entrance anymore. Oh, great setup from Gyro.
Oh, this is actually really good here. His first killer pops it up here, and the way he lands, or he comes off of the wall that way, he knew Democat was up there on the backboard. Gyro just moving it right down at him. Got a little bit of speed, get that redirection going, and keep it away from the defender. That was beautifully executed team play there right on the goal line by OK. Now they just have to keep the lead. That defense is going to get tested hard now.
30 seconds, and I believe you will be right. We might just see an Armageddon of balls fired at that blue goal from Nefarious. But they've got to get started at some point. This is for staying alive in this tournament. Nefarious, they want to go into that grand final. They want to win those $1,500. They want to go up against
Gyro!
Vanguard. There's the save from Gyro. A follow-up from Demicad is snuffed out in its tracks. A clear from First Killer straight out. No juggling that one. Okay. Don't let it go to Game 7. They close out the series 4-2, and they will move on to the grand final, where they will meet Vanguard for the prize cash money.
I'm struggling to actually break down these plays because both teams met each other at almost all the plays that were put out there, at least. The transitioning onto offense from defense was extremely tough for both of these squads. I think both teams played some excellent Rocket League. Yes, the early 2 games were really weird. They were just all over the map. Nefarious taking a 6-0 win. We never expected that. And then, but from there on out, it was pretty close. 1-goal games, and it could have gone either way. So I'm struggling to see where, either team could have improved against each other, other than trying for those crazy 50-50s. But 50-50s are not necessarily a way to improve your position. It's more or less to try to gain a little bit of control, while maybe even forcing the other guy to lose control. Okay, I think you're going to have a really tough time with Vanguard. A very tough time. But, I mean, the only way we're going to know is when we see.
A very tough time. Well, I'll ask you about your prediction in a bit. But, man, that's a bold prediction. I think OK, they have what it takes. They weren't quite as clean towards the latter parts of that series as they were at the start. Game 2 notwithstanding. And obviously, it was a fantastic fight that was put up here. by Nefarious. But ultimately, I think OK is the deserved winner here. And I think we're going to have a good match in the grand final. But whoever is going to be right, we can't tell. For now, at least, the only thing we can tell is by getting the grand final underway. And we will do that in just a short break. In the meanwhile, enjoy these wonderful messages from our sponsors. And we'll be right back after a short break.
We're cranking up the temperature. Brace yourselves. It's going to be a bumpy ride.
And here we are, it's the grand final. Literally, we are already in game for game one of this best of 7. The players just could not wait. They were itching to get on the pitch, and we won't stop them. They are that eager to get this game underway. So it's going to be Vanguard on blue and OK on orange, and we are about 30 seconds into game number 1. Nothing has happened just yet, but I was going to ask you for a prediction, Ninja. In 10 seconds or less, who's taking it?
Vanguard.
How much?
6 games.
6 games. Copy that.
You said 10 seconds or less. That's all I have time for. As a shot comes from Pirates at the midfield. A near open net here. Both Gyro and First Killer go up for this from OK. And Drippe, it looks like he thought about maybe covering the offensive end. But after the double commit, Drippe just had to stop, wheel it around, just couldn't quite do it in time. And that opened it up there for Pirates. And Vanguard take the first one in just under a minute.
Yep, there have been quicker goals. That's a goal line demo from Gyro onto Ajax, but nothing really followed from that. So OK is trying to use the sidelines to build a play. Drippe actually gets past the goalie, but the ball is not allowed to actually come down below the crossbar before it's played off into the corner. Vanguard doing a good job at keeping their goal covered for the time being. A double commit from Atomic and Pirates, though. Pirates does recover, saves the shot coming out. Atomic now using the side wall, trying to get it past the midfield line. First Killer waiting there like a spider on the wall, just ready to jump at whoever tries to contest the ball. As once more, we are seeing a lot of focus on physical play, bumps and demos early on, especially from OK, as this is something that has worked for them in previous games. Yeah. But at the same time and time, teams that played against a team that First Killer is part of, they have shown that if you blow up First Killer, then that's the teeth of the team gone.
Yeah, it is. But Gyro and Drippe have shown that they can also have some teeth. Now the question is the execution, and First Killer can execute an offensive play like no other. It's just that when Gyro and Drippe actually link up, they're very dangerous. Question is, can they actually pull that off against Vanguard? And that's a big question right now.
Oh, here comes Ajax. Gonna get a second touch on that one, and he puts it away.
Barely.
Look at the distance they were able to gain from just that one touch from Pirates and Ajax.
And Drippe and First Killer find themselves grouped up again. They've been doing that pretty much all game. I think First Killer's trying to push Drippe to go a little faster or go at First Killer's pace, but the problem is that they're kind of on too close of the same page. You need to back it off a little bit. Maybe Drippe, just go back a paragraph and you'll be good. Maybe First Killer needs to go back. Well, someone just chill for a second.
Oh, good bump onto First Killer yet again. The mistake that OK have been making, which is probably why I think they're selling themselves under value right now, is that they have been placing so much value on First Killer as a point man. Good save from Drippe, as Vanguard are trying to make it 3 on the board.
And I completely agree with you.
Yes, they are pulling so much pressure on placing First Killer as a point man up front that when you take First Killer out of the play, that's it for the play.
Whether it be a pass, whether it be a shot, it doesn't matter. First Killer's right there and involved, which, I mean, that's not a bad thing per se. It's just that he's always involved. So Gyro needs to step it up a little bit. Drippe needs to get a little bit more accuracy. The tactical whiffs probably need to chill as Ajax manages to get a touch here. First of all, that drop down, that was beautiful. And then Gyro trying to get a little bit control on it. And did he just hit that with the spoiler?
Yes, he did. And
beautiful.
He bounced it just high enough that it didn't bounce off of the last defender there. Like that car fit perfectly underneath that ball, and nothing else would have fit underneath it. That was pretty much perfection. So yeah, Ajax doing Ajax things. We have just over a minute on the clock, and to go back to the OK thought, I agree with you. It's never a mistake to rely on First Killer. It's a mistake to only rely on First Killer.
Right.
When you also have Drippe and Gyro on your squad, it's not like First Killer has to carry anyone here. Drippe and Gyro are players that have tremendous, huge amounts of experience, have had huge amounts of success in the past as well. So I'm kind of wondering why they decide to base everything on one player, because at this time,
Ooh.
teams have started shutting down that player, and then OK didn't really have a lot left to show for it.
I don't know. I mean, I know First Killer is quite the presence in the arena, but it's right there. Where was the backup for First Killer, though? That's another thing. They're leaving players, all of them are leaving each other hanging on very important plays. If OK can just clean up those two things.
Oh, Ajax going for the shot there. Save coming out from First Killer as they're looking for number 4 on the board. Will they get it? Yes, they will. It was an own goal from OK, helping out there a little bit for the buzzer beater, doing it for the fans.
You know, sometimes you're beat, and you got to recognize that. Just stop the bleeding. Let's start over. Great idea by OK. They can talk about it between games here. Vanguard will take the win. Earned, definitely well earned, because they had to place themselves very well. They played excellent defense. They were under some pressure there. They had 5 shots against them. So Vanguard able to put it all together. They have I think they just have a little bit more experience as a team. And these early games are always indicative of that. But OK, once they start to figure themselves out again, they're going to be super dangerous. We might have a repeat of last series, except that Nefarious is being played by OK this time around. We'll see.
Who knows?
Another
knows?
6-0?
I think there's enough experience on that squad to easily do it if they adjust. If they start playing as a team.
Yes.
And they've been playing as a team before, but they've relied most of their plays on one player. They need to realize that there's a lot of talent on that team, and all of that talent can cover pretty much all the positions that a Rocket League team generally needs to cover over the course of play. So don't just rely on First Killer to push forward. I know he is
Here we go.
Here we go indeed. That is a slow touch. Atomic will be able to stop that. Looking to cross that straight over to the other half of the pitch. Drippe off the side wall, looking to open up yet another play. And we are already seeing Drippe and Gyro up in front. And that was a rare sight in previous games. But look at that cross-field breakaway goal from Ajax. Now they've kind of overdone it with pushing people forwards.
You know, First Killer pushed up, I think, a little too early. At that point, and First Killer's a very aggressive player. And when he's playing third man, that aggression needs to go away. He's got to play a little smarter. Got to break out in that one strategy and realize that he might get beat. Especially in situations like that, where he should have just backed off. Sometimes it's okay to just back off. You're not going to be able to kill the ball every time, especially when you're racing at it and someone is behind there.
Well, not even a minute in, and already it is Vanguard on the board again. But okay, already doing a little better. Establishing themselves on the pitch, establishing a presence for themselves, which is something that they weren't really quite able to do in game number 1, despite keeping the deficit to a relatively low 3. 4 at the end, but I don't really know if we should count that. Ultimately, they never really were in control of any part of the game. Right now, they prevented at least that from happening. 3:30 on the clock. Gyro onto First Killer as they try to push this into the corner. Atomic comes off of the backboard. Comes off of the ceiling, off of a pass from Drippe. Gyro plays it back on top of him, and Ajax coming out of the box to make that ball clear the midfield line. Gyro! Holy moly! What a shot and what a pass!
Gyro over to steal some boost. First Killer just calls out that pass, and flying off the backboard, finds the way through. Pirates saw the shot incoming, tried to make something happen. Any save, any touch would have knocked that away, but this time not so much, and we're tied up.
Great stuff. That is a fantastic goal. Scored by Gyro right there, and it ties the game up at Snake Eyes. 2 minutes off the clock so far. Gyro looking for another push forward, comes down the ramp of the ceiling, leaves it for Drippe. Ajax gets the save off into the corner, and they're looking to switch this play around. Atomic pushes it forward. Will he get the angle? Gets it off the backboard. Pirates and Atomic have to retreat here. There was no way to convert from that angle. Way too risky. They were wide open for a counter, but man, that was fast play from Vanguard.
Still half a game left, though. And the speed has definitely not slowed down, and everybody rotating fairly well. Oh, a little bit of a slowdown there. Caught Ajax a little off guard. Let's see if OK can take advantage of it. Angle shot and in.
Angle shot it in, and a slow floater past 2 cars. Atomic trying to clear that off into the corner, but Drippe with a lot of speed coming in, and Pirates, he was so close to actually getting a touch on that ball. I'm not sure if that would have done anything if he had gotten that touch. I think that might have just smashed it on the underneath of the crossbar and would have turned it into a Bordowski, but man, such a close call right there. Looking for another one. The double tap just narrowly missed from First Killer. Gyro is going to try one of his own. Had his flip from the ceiling, but didn't fall down quickly enough as he was out of boost, I believe. 1 goal lead for OK. Might be a 2. No, Ajax. Plays it slow, blows up Gyro, plays it forward. Drippe in the midfield, off of the ceiling. Ball is in the corner right now, and Vanguard is trying to push through a much more resilient OK. There is a shot on target.
Whoa.
That's saved by Drippe. What a save that was indeed. I think he used, I think it was Pirates there as a pincher to get a lot of mileage out of that ball.
I mean, the thing blasted off that goal line, so well done by Drippe. Drippe, I think, is starting to wake up again. He's starting to get a little bit more involved on the offensive end as well. Trying to open up the play. Let Gyro and First Killer do some work.
Nearing the final 60 seconds of this game. It's only game 2, but Vanguard will be happy to be up by 2 here. Pass on to Atomic. Early contest from Drippe. Gets the save. 1 minute remaining. And all these series tonight, every single one of them, both semifinals, have been incredibly competitive and close. Any team could have won it. Will the final follow suit? Here comes Pirates, pushes it forward, off the backboard, Gyro. Off into the corner, First Killer is waiting on the wall. Ultimately, ball gets sent straight back. Atomic gets it off the backboard. Pirates, not the touch he was looking for. Here comes Ajax.
Oh.
But the shot opportunity is taken away from him by First Killer. Final 30 seconds. Pirates in front of the net, and Gyro prevents Ajax from getting to that ball. The follow-up from Atomic is saved by First Killer, and yet again, they clear that off into the corner, and now they play one on target cross-field. Not dangerous, but they force Vanguard to retreat and go deal with that, and now with the final 10 seconds left on the clock, OK are set to tie this series up. Atomic, slow floater towards the net. Drippe. Rebound off the corner. Pirates, First Killer, and there's Gyro with the save. OK, take game 2, and we're tied at 1.
Beautifully done there by OK. They had to defend their net, but man, that was a brutal game. A lot of players actually having some slight connection issues. It was really, for some reason, it was a little bit spotty. But during the times that those goals by OK were made was when the server was just fine. So definitely there were a little bit of issues there, but the players were able to push through that and make it work for them. Vanguard, I thought Vanguard actually played pretty good, all things considered. It's just that OK seemed to be able to connect a lot better with each other than they have been even in the last series.
Absolutely, and the reason why is because we saw a lot more presence from Gyro. We saw a lot more presence from Drippe up in front. First Killer just wasn't that point man target anymore that they just tried to find at any given opportunity.
Yeah.
And just because of that, they opened up so many more options for it. And Vanguard kept going for physical play, but at that point, it wasn't pretty much taking out the centerpiece of your strategy, but just one piece of your strategy. And you have much more wiggle room to adjust your play on the fly, to call an audible.
Oh! Speaking of calling audibles, that was a beautiful demo. It's just that Gyro, unfortunately, only had a straight-on shot to play with. And so Game 3 gets underway. It's still 0-0. And already the savagery coming out from pretty much everyone on the pitch.
Yeah. It's been wild 30 seconds so far. First Killer onto Gyro. Shot on target underneath the crossbar. Perfectly placed.
This was beautiful. I mean, First Killer just knocks down the play. Gyro perfectly spotted to allow that play to even happen. Both Pirates and Atomic should have got a something on it, but absolutely nothing going for them. And OK, open it up. They're trying to take the lead in this series. Of course, both teams are, I should say. Oh,
Okay, firing a flurry of shots. They're going to have to defend against this counter. Ajax actually using Gyro yet again as means to get a pinch off on target. Okay, quick enough on the rotations to defend against that. Ajax gets the ball played on top of him from the sidelines. Drippe is going to have to watch out there what he does with the ball. The First Killer gets a solid clear. Ajax is up in the air for it, trying to kill it in the corner. Atomic, very little boost, gets bumped by his teammate, and that leaves Pirates the only one in net, but he somehow manages to get to the save, and that should buy enough time for the rest of Vanguard to move back in position. They're going for a straight counter off the crossbar. Pirates follow-up shot, and we're tied at 1.
a double miss by OK here. Drippe trying to follow up. Gyro trying to follow as well. Drippe can't get that touch. Gyro all messed up because Drippe was going for it. First Killer was trying to recover. Straight up. Caught OK. Completely off guard. And Vanguard finally on the board. And like you said, it is tied up. And Gyro with a nice fake.
Yep. We've seen these cheeky little fake attempts from
yeah.
pretty much all of the players all series long, and I'm loving every single inch of it.
It's great.
Minute
I love
and
it.
30.
Gyro just plays the mind games. It's fantastic.
Oh yeah, everyone loves to play mind games. It's a beauty to watch. Let's see if one of them will find success, because actually we haven't seen many goals scored off of mind games yet. Even if they were successful, someone was just there for backup to clear the ball away in time. But I would love to see a straight fake goal off of the ceiling, down the ram. Gyro looking to keep it in the box, put it between the posts. Oh, First Killer, there it is. And that's the lead for OK.
First Killer coming from the mid, sees the pass. Actually doesn't get a great touch on it. Ajax did touch it, though, as it bounced off of the crossbar. Unlucky there for Ajax. Just could not predict the way that ball was going to bounce off the crossbar. But that does give OK the lead. First Killer had to put it there in the first place, so he earned it.
Oof, Atomic. Wow. Good save from him. Block onto Drippe's attempt to leave this half of the field. Atomic gets the ball taken away by First Killer. Ajax is there, is back up in the corner. Atomic pushing forward now, popping that one up. Comes off the crossbar. Demo onto Atomic from First Killer. He won't get a second try. And the rest of his team manages to prevent a follow-up from the opposing team members still standing. Atomic playing this one slow. He's forced to. He has no boost. Lets Ajax take over in the corner. Gyro backflipping, trying to keep the ball in the corner. Crosses to the other sideline. Atomic doesn't manage to get the ball off of the backboard. First Killer has got it covered. It's a slow-paced game, slower than the previous game in this series. Gyro shot on target, not a hard save for Pirates. Drippe plays it infield, but there's no one there to take up on his offer. Ball control will once more switch sides. It's a 1-goal lead. Very, very slim for OK. They're looking to turn it a 2-goal lead.
Oh,
Man,
that was the first chance for any goal in probably 2.5 minutes or so. And it just barely missed by the slimmest of margins. Good clear here by Gyro.
Atomic with the cut. Pays with his life. First Killer. Another cut towards Drippe, but Pirates pushing that one straight into orange.
Oh, here we go.
Bounce off of the ramp. Missed shot attempt by Ajax, and Drippe will leave this pass to First Killer off the backboard.
Oh, that
A
was
solid clear off to the side wall. Very important indeed. First Killer back passing to Gyro to keep ball control. At this time, OK can just start wasting time. They have no pressure to score.
I disagree, actually. They do have pressure to score. I think OK really needs to put a nail in this. As, Vanguard can score at any time if they can just get a passing play going. Yeah, OK has been doing a pretty good job of stifling it, but Vanguard have been known to just pull something from somewhere, send one down the middle out of nowhere, and then OK is out of position. That said, OK has been staying in position for the most part. They're not pushing the envelope, but they're defending well at the same time.
They're not trying anything crazy, and they don't need to, is what I meant by saying that, because they can just rely on keeping ball control here, and that's going to make it very difficult for Vanguard to actually score on them. Here's the final 10 seconds. Now they're out of position. They're chasing after the ball. No push actually coming through from Vanguard. They're not following up on this clear. That was their biggest opportunity to try and make something happen, but just like that, with a solid cross-map clear, ball touches the ground, and OK take the lead in this series and take game 3, and it is a 2-1 match.
On a 2-1 score.
It was tight. It was tight.
No, that was very close, and it turned into a possession game, which a lot of these do, especially when it starts to slow down. Everybody challenging everything. It relied a lot on 50 skill, and you would think that actually First Killer would come out on that, and he did a couple of times, but both Atomic has a lot of ones experience as well. Ajax is no slouch. Pirates has always been pretty good at ones as well. So really everybody in this game is proficient, and the speed that these guys are playing, basically supersonic all the time, it does make it tough to actually predict what's going to happen next as far as where the ball's going to go. So I think everybody just kind of took a step back, gave a lot of space, and kind of let themselves breathe. It almost felt like a mental break for these players to just allow themselves to kind of get their bearings again. That said, OK was able to put that one on target, and you mentioned they were a little bit more defense oriented once they took that lead, and it worked out well for them. Vanguard are going to get a little more aggressive, and we'll see what happens here. Game 4.
With a cheeky cut right off the get-go. Gyro off the crossbar. Follow-up from Drippe. He can't find the angle. And Pirates using all of his flip to push it past the midfield line. Looking to alleviate the early pressure coming out of OK. And they're looking for an early goal, and they're looking for it hard right now. Atomic. Straight shot on target, saved by Drippe. First Killer passes on to Gyro, who takes out Atomic while he's at it. Ball's in blue half corner right now. First Killer gets the ball off of the backboard. And Gyro will pick this one up in his own half. Atomic looking for Ajax here. Drippe intercepts the pass. Ball's in the corner right now. Gets blown up by Atomic though, so he's taken out of the play, and that is a long range clear. Drippe will pick this up fresh off the respawn. Ball is snatched away from him as Gyro is up in the air. Gets the touch off of the backboard. Atomic went up for it but missed, but he actually manages to block the shot from Drippe. And there's another shot at Ajax with a save up the crossbar, forces it to bounce back out. Crazy stuff.
Oh, this game was so tense right there. Atomic really needed to put that one on target as well. Oh, it's so tense. Everybody it's got to be gripping their controllers so hard.
You need to take your opportunities. Sometimes you just need to spit on it and slide it in. That's how easy it is. There's Drippe, long-range shot, and that's exactly what I was talking about. Look at the angle.
Drippe right here, realizing that he had a chance here, actually bumped into Atomic. That actually helped him out a little bit. Once Ajax took it up the wall, he was able to position himself well. I don't think it was really necessarily meant to be a shot, just moving it towards the net than anything, or just away from the possession of Vanguard. But it worked out well, and hey, you know what? You take them.
So that's another lead for OK. But these games have been incredibly tight so far. It's always been a one-goal lead, no blowouts just yet. So I expect this to change over the course of the game. But as it stands, OK have shown that they have what it takes to take games off of Vanguard. Flick coming out from Ajax, follow-up from Pirates. That's blocked as well. Double save from First Killer.
First Killer half-flipped into the net and then was able to read the play enough to stay afloat and force the save out. Gyro on the way back, though. Ajax might line this up.
Oh, Whiff City right there in the corner. As everyone just kind of blasts past the ball.
I think everyone just kind of said, faking?
Everyone just wants to fake it once.
Yeah, exactly.
First Killer midfield, straight shot on target. Pirates sends it off to the side. Ajax snatching that one off of Drippy.
Good hit by Gyro.
And Ajax looking for the dribble. First killer won't just let himself get taken advantage of that easily. As Pirates pushes it back into the corner just to keep the pressure alive. Vanguard trying to tie OK to their half, but OK are not willing just yet.
First killer getting a little aggressive now. It's kind of putting him out of sorts right there, exactly. Gyro being hassled in the net by Atomic. He had Drippe right there as well, but he misses here, so he's out of the play. Ajax right up in there. Gyro went for it off of the back of the net, but it's just too fast for him. Finally, Vanguard are on the board. We're tied up 1-1, not much time left. And as of this moment, OK trying to win the third game in the series, or their third game in the series, hopefully solidifying their lead in here and force Vanguard into a very precarious situation of losing the whole tournament.
Plenty of time left. One goal could decide this at this point. Take it either to a 3 consecutive match point game number 4.
Oh,
Or number 5, excuse me. But I guess Drippy will just... he just wants to get things going. He's hot.
Well, okay. I mean, Drippe just taking a page out of Vanguard's book and just sending one down center. All right. I mean, you might as well. Vanguard was way up on the play. There was nobody back there. Just send it towards the net. It went in this time, and with less than a minute, Vanguard find themselves down again. They've got to be getting tired of that.
Oh, yeah. Another demolition onto Atomic. He goes up in a big ball of boom.
And Atomic.
Pirates, they try to follow that up. First killer. To transition into a dribble, but ball is pinched away straight back onto the other side of the field. Comes down in front of the orange net, but Ajax had his back to it. Oh.
Yikes.
That could have gotten hot and heavy right there. 18 seconds still left, though. And Vanguard still have a chance. They need to open up a play, and they need to do it soon. Ajax. Completely out of boost. First killer will push this one back. Vanguard about to stare a 3-game match point situation dead in the face. And that's exactly what's going to happen here. OK are up by 3-1 in the series.
Another 2-1 scoreline, too.
Gap 1-1. Vanguard looking to stay alive in this tournament.
And Gyro trying to center here. Atomic. It's a massive pass out to Pirates. Pirates just moving it towards the net, fully expecting that either First Killer or Drippe would turn on that. And First Killer was actually headed straight for the net. Drippe had to try to make an emergency touch. It just did not happen. We're tied at 1. Vanguard fighting hard.
Fighting incredibly hard right now. But Drippe looking to soften the blow a little bit for OK. Not going to get an easy opportunity for a goal. Demolition onto First Killer, but Drippe is on the ball, and he is the dangerous one right now. There's a shot coming in wide. It is wide, just off the post. Good attempt, though. Atomic looking to run away with this past the midfield line. Won't be able to do it. Drippe looking for the double tap there, but bumps into Ajax. Pirates goes up in flames as OK really want their goal back, and they want it soon.
They want it now. It's not going to happen like that, though. I mean, you got First Killer trying to be the mechanical god he is, but that's fairly easy to defend, especially for anybody on Vanguard. And then the passing plays just aren't happening right now. So I think a little patience is needed on the OK side. Vanguard have been rotating fairly well. They've got a defensive-minded, setup here. And that's dangerous. What the pinball?
Crazy stuff from First Killer, and now Gyro wants to turn this one around. Has to drop the ball to Ajax. First Killer. A little too tight on the angle there. Drippe, infield pass. Ajax will clear this out. A little bit of help there as well from a player from OK. That shot's wide as well. We're still tied at 1. All tied up right now. And one goal could decide this entire tournament at this point.
gripping
The pressure is on
moments
Vanguard.
in this particular juncture of the tournament. Passing plays being interrupted, solo plays being shut down. Everything has just been answered by both sides. And now less than 2 minutes, Vanguard is facing elimination, but they're putting up the best fight that we've
my
seen. First killer
goodness,
can't finish it off.
crossbar hit. First killer within inches of actually scoring that. There's another attempt, hits the crossbar as well. They can't put it away. They can't put it away. They've got the chances, but they could not put them away. And now here's the chance for Vanguard. Played off to the side, Atomic with the rebound off the side, while Gyro will get the clear here. They did not make the most of the opportunity that they were given there.
Yeah, they really weren't, but they may have another chance here as Vanguard slow to react and move it on down the pitch.
Atomic, infield pass, Pirates, puts it on target. Atomic looking for the bump onto First Killer. No Ajax. Pirates, back onto Gyro in the midfield. Pirates throwing himself into that ball, into that fray.
Oh, good stop.
Atomic, off to the side, didn't make the forward shot. Gyro wants to push this advantage. Wants
Got
to
the
cram
boost.
himself into the net, and here comes First Killer to go up by 1 with 44 seconds left on the clock.
And Gyro was just kind of following through. I think he was looking for the pass when the ball just careened at the wall. Gyro just decided to follow it up, and First Killer going for center, trying to read the play, and that's something First Killer's always been really good at, is reading where that ball's going to go no matter where it bounces. And sure enough, he was right there to drain it.
Drain it, and indeed. And now time is running short. Shot from First Killer, saved by Ajax. It's still okay on the offensive. Gyro, he saw, he came, he scored.
Gyro using the hood of Pirates to slam that one home. 84 miles an hour when it hit the goal. Wow. All right, 25 seconds here. Vanguard could potentially do this. They're going to have to get a couple of kickoff goals, though, or at least one, and not spend so much time in the air. They got to move that ball fast.
Well, 2 goals in 15 seconds is an incredibly tough ask here. They need to score within the next second or so in order to actually make that happen, have a chance at making it happen. But no, the clock is going to hit 0, and that is all she wrote. Okay, they will take home the Astronauts 3v3 championship. They will take home $1,500, and they will take home a solid and clean 4-1 victory in the grand final of tonight. Well played to all the players. Good stuff.
Good stuff indeed. I mean, Vanguard put up a heck of a fight. Those were close games. That was a fantastic grand final by both sides. It's just that, okay, we're able to change things up a little bit faster and in different ways compared to Vanguard. Vanguard kept trying to go back to the same thing. They kept going to the same patterns and the same motions, and OK just started to be able to read that fairly well. And I think OK also realized real quick that they were making mistakes of, triple committing, having too many people on the offensive end of the pitch. They were not reacting fast enough to get back and make a play. They were relying on their speed. Vanguard has more speed than that when it comes to the conversion to defense. They corrected it. They've come away winners. Well done to Vanguard, but OK, they had your number this time.
They absolutely have. And I think you've mentioned it was a great grand final. I think everybody who watched this should be well satisfied because I think everyone got exactly what they wanted in this bout. So this has been it. Our champions for this week, our champions for this month in the 3v3 circuits are OK. But you could be a champion as well, the champion of gaming loot. If you would like to have a shot at it, do click the Twitter link below the stream and sign up for our Beyond June giveaway. It is still running. And there is amazing stuff to win here. You could take home every single one of the following: an Astro C40 TR controller, an Astro A40 TRX edition headset, a Logitech G703 Lightspeed wireless gaming mouse, a Logitech Pro mechanical gaming keyboard, a Logitech PowerPlay wireless charging system, and also an EVGA GeForce RTX 2060 6GB graphics card. All of that goes to one lucky person. All you have to do is sign up on our Twitter. You'll find the link in our pinned tweet at Team Beyond Net. And Lady Fortune will have to smile upon you, and maybe you will walk away with all of that amazing gear. Also, our July tournaments will be coming as well. We don't quite have dates yet. If you want to stay up to date on those, then do follow our Twitter as well. Again, at Team Beyond Net, or just the stream link, the Twitter link below the stream. All our tournaments are free to sign up for, but as you have seen, you're going to have some hot skills in order to actually get anywhere. Even then, even if you're not a bubble player, an aspiring RLCS player or rival series player, the experience that you can gain playing against some of the best bubble players in North America, and sometimes we get RLCS teams in these tournaments as well.
Yeah.
So you can get pretty much an experience that many other players will have to fight for pretty much for free. And even if you only play casually, even if you get completely stumped by, I don't know, by a team like OK, or when G2 shows up, which they have they have done before, or Cloud9. We've had all these teams playing these tournaments before. You could play against them. Yes, they will probably stomp you, but you will learn a lot from that stomping. So yes, it is incredibly valuable. Do sign up. It's great fun. Make it as far as you can, and who knows, maybe we will see you go off on stream in the future. And apart from that, Ninja, any closing thoughts?
Be sure to follow Team Beyond Net on Twitter. They have we have a ton of stuff going on constantly. New tournaments coming out. If you play other games and want to try your hand at those games, check it out. Plenty of news, and of course, hit up the website teambeyondnet.com.
Absolutely. And that's about it. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for the fun chat. And I hope we will see you again on the pitch next month. This is us signing out. Have a great night.